Welcome back to an episode of Wrestling Around, where this week we're doing WCW Uncensored 97, following on the story of the NWO. But before we get into that, joining me is the world famous Sir Peter. Sir Peter, how are we doing?
I'm very good, thank you. How are you doing?
I'm all right, thank you.
Good to see that you've made it this week after missing the news.
I was busy. I had stuff on. I was at the cinema.
So was I. Don't go watch Morbius. It's shite.
One planning on it because is that superhero stuff in it?
Yeah,
I'm sick of him. Do something new. There's too many superhero stuff now. So I'd rather go see something. Well, something came on that I wanted to go see.
Sonic 2.
The Nicolas Cage film.
Yeah, that looks great.
Both of them I would like to see.
Operation Mincemeat. Fantastic.
Was that? Well, I say I wanted to see that one with. It's got like Brad Pitt in it. The new one.
Oh, the Lost City. Yeah, it's very funny.
Is that out already? Because it's.
I don't know if I've seen it. I don't know because I get the unlimited things, don't I? So.
I'm sure it said like April 15th or something.
But yeah, I've seen it. I saw it on unlimited screening.
I saw that. I thought I'm going to go see that. I've been to the cinema in 2.5 years. So pre-pandemic was last time I went to cinema.
You've not been since the pandemic?
No.
You didn't go see Spider-Man?
No, because I don't care.
No.
I went to the cinema to go and see Halloween film. I vowed never to go to the cinema again. I think I had this rant on the actual podcast a months ago.
Which one did you go to?
Odeon.
Right.
Yeah, because I think we all agree that soup should be accepted in cinemas. Yeah, it's like a quiet snack.
Because
nachos, popcorn, the fucking worst.
Yeah.
And then people just talking through the film should be allowed to just punch them.
Yeah. Whereas if you have a nice beef broth, just slap it down.
You're the closest person I don't know if you ever be. You need to go to the cinema in Woodall Spa.
Yeah, I have been there before.
Where they stop the movie halfway through and some guy plays the piano.
You get refreshments, don't you?
Oh, is it one that's really old school?
Yeah.
Yes. I had Pat Pitch House and Leeds like that as well. This little woman comes out of bags of sweets.
Guy scream, a guy plays the piano, you're in intermission, and you go back. I watched like one of the James Bond ones.
If you watch a long film, it makes sense, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah.
It's about 2 hours of film. Joining me as well is world-class wrestling journalist Aaron Franklin. How are we doing?
I'm very well. I'm very pleased with myself today.
What have you done?
So, as it happens every day at lunch at work, what we're having for lunch, I was like, right, I'll just order some off Just Eat today. So I spent 30 quid on Just Eat, ordered some Burger King. It came, and it was lovely. But I decided, no, I'm just going to complain to Just Eat anyway. Complain that it was cold and got a full refund.
That's it.
I have Just Eat out sponsoring this week's show.
So,
there's no people were doing that. People were doing that, and they were doing it too much, and they started getting criminal convictions.
Well, one guy did it for ice cream, didn't he?
Yeah.
Complained it was cold. Got a refund. Peter's, how was the ice cream?
Fantastic.
Right. The thing is, I think it was warm, but they picked it up and then from ordering to it arriving was waiting an hour. So I think they probably thought, yeah, that is a long time to be waiting.
That is
justified.
Living the sticks, isn't it? I got a bigger question. I know it's free in the end, but 30 quid a baking, what'd you get?
Well, it's like 10 quid a meal, isn't it? On Just Eat.
Yeah, did you get free meals? Or was someone else sharing this meal with you on the shoe, right?
Yeah, there's 3 of us.
Oh, it makes more sense, yeah.
A meal each.
Somebody who spent nearly 20 quid on Subway on this podcast. It's quite easily done.
That is true.
But it's also very nice to have someone introduce me properly.
Yeah, right. Let me guess. Terry Peters did the news and didn't do it correctly.
Fucked it up again, didn't he?
I don't know.
Called me the world famous.
I don't fucking know.
World class wrestling journalist. WCWJ. AF. Come on, Peters. Joining me as well as Lou Area. Did you get your name right or your alter ego's name on the new show?
He did the first time, not the second time.
How were you introduced twice?
No, I was the outro on it. It was thanks for coming, Lou. It's like Lou on this show. It's
Scoop out.
I think you got it wrong anyway, because I think it's well renowned I got called the wonderful Lou Marker by Sam Driver once, so we've not gone back to that. We should do that.
No, it's you are just Lou on Normal Wrestling Around. You are ever President well-renowned Screw Pal on the news.
Yeah, I think I should get the wonderful back in my.
No, you're just Lou. It's always Lou. You're here as well.
It is true because I introduced myself anyway, don't I?
Yeah, you do.
Yeah,
so
you do.
Yeah,
I'm not going.
Well, I'm always last, and it just takes a while. Doesn't it? I've got stuff.
It's
to
just
say.
how I go in my on my Zoom screen. It's how I go.
Yeah,
you're not last because present with you is Bob Roode.
Glorious. Yeah, ignored.
I've had a rumor you're putting your house on the market, and I think we'd all like to know what you plan on doing with Bob Roode.
I don't know. I don't know. I
He's gonna
really.
get his own bedroom.
I reckon you should put him in the bed.
I was going to put him in like this big cupboard, but then someone's going to open the cupboard and it's just going to. Because I've done it before. Shoot yourself there. You think someone's in there?
Put him in the toilet.
Yeah, he will need to be deconstructed, I think, and
I reckon you need to
fold it down.
Will you?
Or I could put him like I don't know. Maybe I could make him hold a sign. It looks like it's holding a sign.
Maybe it's you putting on lipstick.
No, it's chapstick.
His lips said real bad.
Itchy balm lipstick for men.
Yeah.
No, it's Malibu lip care watermelon flavor.
I was getting Weekend Peters for a second then. So I shouldn't have just sorry, but that was pressing news.
No, I was just saying maybe I should put like it looks like he could hold a sign, so I should put like buy this house.
It would be glorious.
And yeah. Oh, maybe I could make that the for sale sign put in the window. Looking for a flat in Leeds City Centre.
It's probably good. The way he's holding his hands, you could probably like
easy put a sign there. I think. Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah. So that's what I'll do. But,
so if you are looking for a house, and there's a Bob Roode there holding Sam, it's loose.
My house, yeah.
So buy it off him.
Please buy it above market rates.
Oh, there we go. All right. Before we get into Uncensored 97, because Jesus Christ, there's lots
I wanted to spin off Aaron's Burger King story. I had a takeaway called Jollibee on Friday. It's fantastic. Jollibee.
Jollibee, what is it?
It's the Filipino McDonald's.
Oh.
Very similar, but just slightly better in every single way.
What did you have?
I had a chicken burger. I also had a yum burger, which is just a regular cheeseburger, and then chips. Great.
Two burgers.
Well, they're only small. I nearly got a double chicken. So I just.
Are they sliders? Are they more sliders on there?
No, they're not sliders. The regular burger size. Yeah. But they're not big. They're not like the same size like a Five Guys. They were less than 300 calories each burger. You know what I mean? So they're pretty small. But you can also get spaghetti with hot dogs. So which I kind of regret I didn't get. But
you got that on top of a burger? Yes, please.
Yeah, highly recommend Jollibee, the Filipino McDonald's. That's my story. You can.
Is it going? Are you trying to expand?
This one in Leeds City Centre. Only took 10 minutes to arrive. It's great.
Is it genuinely a Filipino brand, or is it just owned by Filipinos?
No, it's like big in the Philippines. And now they're over here. Big in the Philippines and Vietnam. But it was like McDonald's, but you know what? Everything's just turned up a bit. Like McDonald's, but everything tastes just a bit nicer. Like the chips are just a bit nicer. Yeah. Chicken burger's just a bit nicer. The burger was a lot nicer, to be honest, because they had better sauce on it.
We're on about fast food. Yeah. I went to McDonald's. Tried to order the home style.
This is the classic wrestling around content we've all missed.
I tried to order the home style crispy chicken.
Oh yeah.
Right. That's important to the story. It's called home style crispy chicken. Got it home. Fucking beef burger in there. Outrageous.
The only way it would be better if it was a fillet of fish. But, you know.
So I had the crispy chicken. The burger was nice.
What's the crispy chicken?
Average.
I've not heard of it.
It's one of the new specials, isn't it? It's the I can't remember what they're called.
Big Tasties.
Big Tasty with barbecue and then.
Well, that's a good one. Barbecue Big Tasty is good. Yeah,
well, I got the crispy chicken, but everything was right. It had a different bun and everything, and in the box, it just literally had the burger from one of them.
So they'd actually just done the whole thing and just put the wrong thing in at the end.
So they'd made a crispy chicken, but not put a chicken in there.
No, that's worse. I thought they'd just give you like a Big Mac by accident, and you don't.
That would have been better. That would have been better. Just I was.
You could have sold that either. It's just like
I was hungry though because I know
crispy chicken made for beef.
I ordered McDonald's, and so I was hungry.
How do you know it wasn't just a really poorly cooked chicken burger?
It was 100% a beef burger. I eat a lot of McDonald's. It was a beef burger.
Could ask the questions, don't you?
Well, that's you're not the world class wrestling journalist. You're investigative journalist. Will Markham. That's a new one for you.
Yeah, let's investigate.
Right. So, we also finish talking about fast food. Chippy, isn't it fast food stars for you? Just to round it all out.
For me, yeah, actually, McDonald's again. Ordered the wrong burger.
Shooing today, aren't they?
I asked for a burger. They gave me the wrong one, so I said, "Oh, you give me the wrong one." Expecting to keep the wrong one because they're gonna have no other use for it, are they? Fucking took it off me and just binned it.
Why would you keep it though?
Because I've had that before where I ordered a
but when you're saying to this is the wrong one, you're saying to this is not the burger I ordered.
No.
I think I would expect to keep it right. So
yeah, because I ordered a double cheeseburger once, and they gave me a single. I said, "Oh, do you want the single?" And they went, "Oh no, you keep it, because we're just going to throw it away."
Yeah, makes more sense.
It's just waste, isn't it? What's the point? Let me eat it.
I would have took off it.
I was in a cafe in Leeds the other week, and I ordered I think I ordered a chicken sandwich. And the guy on the table next to me got delivered a chicken sandwich, then realised he'd ordered beef. They just left my meal on the table with him and got him another one before mine arrived. Fuming. Because obviously they were in the middle of cooking it. Whereas mine had to start again. Shocking.
Outrageous. Well, at least he didn't take a bite out of it. They just go, oh, sorry.
No, I saw him pissing him out of it. And, I once he touched it, I was like, I heard him. He was like, oh, I don't look like beef. And I was about to lean over and go, I think that's mine, man. And he was lifting it up, and I was like, I can't.
It's fondling a chicken sandwich.
Yeah.
Right. Before we get in to the WCW Uncensored, no, we'll finish our fast food stories.
I know.
Be a momentous week on Twitch. You've left out the news. Who wants to go first? So we want to do WrestleMania 2? Or do we want to do the Wrestled Out show after Wrestled Out Mania?
I could do WrestleMania 2 if I want to.
It's in chronological order then, isn't it? Well,
so
not in terms of streams, but...
Yeah. I know you're really throwing a spanner in the works for that Saturday stream marathon.
Worth it though. Anyway, we haven't done too bad with streaming views. Both of us on our WrestleMania shows.
Biggest week.
Doing well. We're only 17 followers of being able to get the bits.
Yes.
Get the bits.
Give us your bits. Give us your follows and give us your bits.
Yeah, we're getting very close to the 50 follower mark. But all right, we had WrestleMania 2.
Yeah, go through the card.
We'll go through the card.
Momentous, I read.
There was a few things that didn't kind of go according to plan, but that's fine. But we'll go through.
You were played as one of the characters, of course.
No, some of them I wasn't. But the opening match was the Gorillas versus the Hair Business.
When are you going to announce the big news? When was the big news announced?
Thought it was a big announcement mid card, but I'll announce that. I'll let you know.
Mid results. Cool.
So we opened up with the Gorillas versus the Hair Business for the WCW Tag Team Championships because I forgot to make the rest around ones. The Gorillas won. Ooh. Business Pig was pinned,
of course,
by one of the Gorillas. Did not look happy, did they? The Big Bad Wolf.
Typical Lou Markham booking.
Yeah, that was. But it kind of made sense by the end, even though it wasn't meant to. But anyway, that happened then. We had Randy Hogan, new look Randy Hogan, versus Disco Viking, who also looked a bit different, but not as noticeably different as Randy Hogan.
Of the con.
I leave the con. Right. But Disco Viking won. What's next for Randy Hogan? Headlined last year's WrestleMania. This year is jobbing in the mid card.
Randy Hogan now reminds me of, instead of Hulk Hogan, up there. Have you ever seen that video where there's that guy, I think he's on a train.
On a train, that is exactly what I was just going to reference. That's exactly what he looks like.
The one on the train station where he's talking to the police and he's like,
yeah, the Warriors in fancy dress.
Fancy dress, and they all start laughing because he's not.
Yeah, just a bloke in a bandana. Yeah, that's the new Randy Hogan. Looks a lot like him now. But I think that's better, really. He looks more like Randy Hogan. So that's what he looks like now. And he lost.
What a shame.
Then we had, I can't remember which order I did them in now, so I'll just go over it. We had the 6-piece variety bucket match, which was unifying the Henchman Championship and the KFC Championship.
The Big Bad Wolf did double duty then, did he?
No, the Big Bad Wolf had lost it to Adam Coleslaw a few weeks ago.
Oh, yeah,
in the ladder match,
yeah.
So obviously the Corn was defending his KFC Championship, Adam Coleslaw defending the Henchman Championship, but Drumstick 2.0 came out on top.
After his shocking defeat.
After a shocking defeat by interference. And I can announce that he's going to defend that title against Finn Balor this week on the Wrestling Federation.
What about Vince McMahon? He's got serious beefs with little chickens.
Yeah, he does. Yeah.
I'm sure as we found out.
All over social media.
I would make it a triple threat match, but I don't, frankly.
Vince managing Finn Balor.
I don't even know if I can handle that at this point. So singles match, and then we had the Fatal 4-Way ladder match for the Women's Championship. Hammer,
big favorite,
and then against Linda Robson. I guess it was meant to be Nance, but she just didn't turn up because may have forgotten to make her. But so it was just a triple threat, really. Against the mystery opponent, Mrs. Business Horse. Mrs. Business Horse won, and is now the first ever women's champion.
Disappointed it wasn't any of my gals. Hammer, Linda Robson.
No, Linda.
Nanny Lind.
But Mrs. Business Horse was wearing a fire pantsuit. So,
gosh. Yeah.
What are you going to do about that? Yeah.
Mess around me, so come on.
Yeah. Then we had, our viewership was just peaking at this point. Legitimately. And then this happened. It was Hell in a Cell. It was Terry Peters versus Wider John versus the Spooky Skank.
The ratings killer, Spooky Skank.
Well, there was a guy, Doug Melon in the chat, who was absolutely shocked and appalled at what he was seeing. Spooky Skank has got a new look. And is now in a full-on leather bikini.
And fishnets.
Along with the fishnets. The fishnets remain. It comes out to Carmella's entrance, where she's doing that shit behind the screen on the stage. Yeah. That's the Spooky Skank's new entrance. So it was quite sexy. And then there was an added stipulation. Sorry, what are you saying?
I was going to say, Wrestling Around absolutely killed the legacy of The Undertaker.
Possibly.
He's had the most important weekend of his life. You pull shit like that.
But yeah, full on leather bikini. It was great stuff, really. But yeah, the added stipulation was that the both losers would be fired. A Wider John won by pinning Terry Peters with a headbutt, which was his new finisher.
Terry Peters has been fired then.
Terry Peters has been fired again.
Leroy joined the chat as well.
Yeah, and Leroy joined the chat, who we've discovered is Phil. So welcome, Phil, to the
giving Peters a lot of shit.
Wrestling. Yeah, his first. We just got a message that said Terry Peters sucks. It's like the first message, and it was from an account 3 minutes ago.
Terry Peters, how do you feel?
Fuck off, Phil.
Been fired.
What about being sacked? What about not just?
I mean, to be fair, the Spooky Skank was fired and came back.
Fired. I'll come back stronger. Fuck the Skank.
Yeah, Spooky Skank was fired and came back like 2 months later. So
maybe not.
You just don't know. Yeah,
was the Skank too sexy?
I think Peters just promised to. Peters just promised to fuck the Skank.
A live sex celebration. Peters and the Skank.
Live sex consolation is what we're going to do.
Was you put off by the Skank's new sexy attitude?
Even sexier before.
Yeah, it was even sexier on it. The corset was just a little bit too tight for me.
It's a bit more midriff now. Midriff before on the last game.
Yeah, seeing the BSK tattoo.
Yeah.
Really genuinely have the tattoos.
Yeah, a bit of midriff, wasn't he?
Cool.
So it's like a one chance bikini top. Some leather pants. High heels and fishnets, that's what you want. And then we had the semi-main, which was the 30-man minus Celebrity Rumble. And this was the big announcement. It was that a Universe mod is going to be starting. I say, Lumark, I've created my own competition. MCW minus Celebrity Wrestling. Coming soon. So this is for the inaugural championship. And I'm going to go for everyone, not in order of what came out, because I'm not ready.
You don't know. You've got no idea.
But I do know what happened to a lot of them. So we'll read them out one by one. Annie Wall Thompson came out right at the end. Got close.
What? The shoplifter?
Yeah. Nick stuff, didn't
he? Did he turn his back on life for crime to
well, no, he enters with a bag of cheese and wine.
He's off to a Downing Street party.
David Dickinson, he didn't really do a lot, did he?
He's already been and gone.
Yeah, David Seaman. Jasper Carrot, now this guy did quite a bit. He got a few eliminations.
Golden Balls himself.
Yeah, John Vega, he's another guy. He was wearing a waistcoat, one or two people to wear a waistcoat. The other one, we'll get to him later, but he eliminated him, so he won the Battle of the Waistcoats.
Well, that's the secondary title.
Yeah. Did I mention John Prescott was in there?
Oh,
John Prescott was runner-up.
Yeah, right. Egg on shoulder.
No egg on shoulder, but he was doing a lot of boxing.
Laying out the hair.
Lawrence Llewellyn-Boyne. He was in there. Michael Barrymore, he made a bit of a splash when he came in. Then we had...
Are we going to finally get Snake Skin Barrymore?
We may do.
That's what people want.
Mike Wedderburn from Sky Sports News. He was in there. Noel Edmonds, he came in number 2, I think.
He did well.
He stayed it for a while. He was in there up until like number 15 came out. He did pretty well actually. Wolf from Gladiators, he came out near the end.
What a nice guy he is.
Aaron's best friend. Old Wolf.
It was like the end of it being on telly. So he was getting a bit grey, but it wasn't like
when he came back
at the end of the 90s. No, it was like the 90s run. He's in his singlet. Abel Xavier came out, specifically Middlesbrough. Abel Xavier came out. He didn't get very far, did he? Neither did Hat Sharp from Funhouse. I missed someone. Steve Beaton.
Bronze Adonis.
He won it. There's a spoiler, yeah.
Won the whole thing.
The Bronze Adonis came out number 30 and won the damn thing.
So there. Do you know I'm not even shocked?
Yeah. It's great because he comes out to Chris Masters' entrance as well. So to see. Choo Choo was Michael Patillo. He was number 1. You can't. BBC weatherman Michael Fish.
Yeah.
He was in there.
Some people will not be Hurricane.
Yeah, Professor Noel Sharkey from Robert Wars / Tenor Games. He threw out a lot of pedigrees. It was good. Bill Oddie.
I just think I had a little bit in helping you bring.
You did.
You
mentioned him randomly, and I was like, right, he's going to the Battle Royal. Then we had Bill Oddie. He came in, wee fella. The other waistcoat, Brian May from Queen. But current Brian May, like badges and that.
Bell Nation got banned from the chat at that point.
Yeah, Bell Nation was having a go at Brian May and was banned.
That is a cunt, isn't he?
Well, it should be for Brian May.
I was going to kick out that, but it'll flick up the recording, so I'm not going to do that.
Remember at the Beijing Olympics, we came out on that bus playing the guitar and Beckham kicked that ball.
It's great stuff. Made you proud to be British.
It did.
Timmy Mallet.
Please tell me he came out to Bludgeon Brothers.
Well, he did. Yeah, he does. He's got that entrance.
They just rang out, don't they?
Yeah. General Lee from Sketchy Castle, ladies' favourite. Yes. Jason Bradbury came out. Forgot to wear clothes. Jason Bradbury. He was just in a tight pair of pants.
Yeah, it was odd. That
was weird, that wasn't it?
I love the inside jokes.
Yeah. Adam Holmes.
Oh gosh, could he sing?
Well, by absolute hilarity, there was a glitch, and when he got eliminated, he couldn't find the exit, and he was just. It was just in the corner, not knowing which way to walk.
It could not have been better.
It could not have been better. It was absolutely brilliant. So he actually got lost on the way out of the arena, which is fantastic. Mick Hucknall from Simply Red. Tommy Walsh, Ground Force. Obviously, Nick Lachey. Brian Blessed. Now, Brian Blessed was a hot favourite, but he did not last long at all. They're very disappointed. But he lasted a bit longer than this guy, Mr. Motivator, who came in, did the Bush Rocker spot, basically.
He had a right shit show.
Ran in, everyone was like, "Oh, he's a new favourite." Immediately made like fucking Pat Sharp or someone on it. So it was shit. Paul Chuckle.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
And then finally, Chris Eubank.
Chris Eubank.
Yeah, monocle and all.
No sheriff's
in there,
badge,
some country gent.
Did he not have a sheriff's badge yet?
No, I didn't. I put him in his country gent gear.
He still wears his sheriff's badge for his country gent.
Yeah, I should have given him a sheriff's badge. I'll do that next time.
I was really disappointed. The fact there was no Nick Knowles.
No, Nick Knowles is banned. So what I'm trying to do is, other than Barrymore, I'm trying to get people with like not a too questionable history. Sure, I mean, like if you get cancelled, you're out. Not that Nick Knowles has got a question. I don't know who it is, but yeah. So no, everyone's alive. There, I am strongly kind of thinking of like an RIP division for the universe mode, but for now, everyone's alive. which is why Paul Shuckler was on his own.
Is this going to run alongside Wrestling Around?
Yeah, I don't know how I'm going to do it. I think basically I might try Universe mode with 2 brands. I don't know if that'll work.
Right.
If not, we'll just do Universe mode for this and I'll just carry on Wrestling Around as normal.
Right.
But either way, it's going to happen at some point. The arena's been made.
Oh, cool.
So congratulations to Steve Beaton who won the
Bronze Adonis. I mean,
yeah. I mean, until that's established, he's just going to defend it every week on that Wrestling Around, obviously.
Yeah.
Basically, because it could replace the Henchman Championship.
Yeah.
But yeah, the minor celebrity.
Who says you don't do long-term booking?
Yeah, the minor celebrity wrestling is going to be basically developmental. It's going to be our version of NXT.
Yeah, cool.
So if you're doing well on minor celebrity wrestling, you might make it to the big leagues.
So you're saying watch out for the Bronze Adonis, Steve Beaton?
Yeah, he could be. He has a good run. As soon as he drops the title, he could be called up to the main roster. And then the main event. Oh my God, the main event. So we had Big Mel Gorilla versus Business Horse. Now I did have to get involved at one point because it looked like it's going to be over too quickly, but I wasn't meant to be involved. So I mean, these guys were just wailing each other. Business Horse came out for his entrance, all fired up. Big Mel Gorilla started glowing more than I thought, and the entrance was look even fucking cooler because he glowed like bright white. They were wailing each other big BMG got the upper hand. Then Business Horse got the low blow, but it wasn't enough. Then BMG was getting on top again, going for the spear. Business Pig pops in the ring. For some reason, BMG thought I'm just going to climb on the turnbuckle now because Business Pig's here. Business Pig knocks him out, gets kicked out by Red Shoes, but then just flat out refuses to leave. It just goes ejected. It just goes back to the corner again, like that happened. Just stayed in there. And then, but it wasn't too long after that. BMG hit the spear. BMG returned. BMG returned. Who's going to stop the BMG now?
The Gorillas once again hold all the gold.
All the gold, yeah, like it was planned.
Is it? You know what they said?
So a flat ending, I would say, to WrestleMania 2. But maybe necessary for the story.
You know what they say, Lou? Sometimes bronze is stronger than gold. So watch out, BMG.
Yeah, well,
Steve Beaton is on his way.
Steve Beaton. But, tonight as this goes out, we'll be hosting a battle royal to see who, Business Horse is taking some time off now to reflect on what's happened. And we'll be holding a battle royal tonight for the new number one contender, a Around Lash.
I just thought that, but I hope this is all the rooms where Mrs. Business Horse is actually Business Horse.
Well, no, she was pretty fit, to be honest, was Mrs. Business Horse. But she wasn't there with Hammer and Linda Robson. So.
Well, let's not say things you can't take back.
Yeah. Oh, we had some new videos as well throughout the night. So we had the Why Hello Jill, but edited, so it looked even fucking terrifying. There was like scare music behind it. Like a new crowd favorite, Bobby Davro in the stocks.
I know the exact video you run about.
Yeah, and then Ainsley Harriott as a sniper.
Yeah.
So that was played the full clip. Quite fortunate we didn't get kicked off for copyright violations of that one. It lasted a while. I think that was it. Oh no, what else did we have? Oh, I didn't play it in the end. I had one more I didn't play, so I'll play it next time.
Somebody for your minor celebrity wrestling could be Noppel, the North Dakota Flapjacks.
Well, he's very similar to the guy I've already got, isn't he?
Right.
It's Noppel. So that's what's holding him back right now. Very similar to Disco Viking. But
so
great all night. 6 stars for me.
On Battle Royale tonight on the Wrestling Around Twitch.
Old school Battle Royale, obviously, First Blood.
Yeah, and you follow us. Right then, so we've had the results of Wrestled Out Mania.
Yeah.
The biggest show of the year is always the one after Wrestled Out Mania. I mean, what happened on Wrestled Out?
Oh, there's a lot of fuckery going on. In universe mode, just causing chaos.
There's some ladder matches I went over about 15 hours ago.
No, I think it had gone for about 2 hours ago. So first match, we had a non-title match. Shockmaster versus Snakeskin Taker. Just following on from the night before.
A rematch.
Yeah, rematch. However, there was an interference from none other than the Plague Master.
So it's the Plague Master.
Well, we'll have to find out, won't we? Ended in disqualification. Shockmaster was not happy that it wasn't the title match. It could seem that the Shockmaster is putting together his own stable. So just stay tuned on that.
How excited.
Next up, we just had two big beefy men just slapping meat. We had Mr. Melon versus the Yeti. Yeti is just hoping that he can move on from his feud with Bollywood Hogan. Just hoping to God. Yeti won. So
it's good to see. I know he didn't get the win, but good to see Mr. Melon hanging around. He made such a splash at the WrestleMania.
Yeah, well, I said, didn't I? Anyone that impressed got a contract. Mr. Melon, definitely.
Mr. Melon.
Yeah. Up after that, we had an elimination tag match, and oh my God, this was probably a 7-star match. It was the Ultimate Warrior and the Substandard Warrior.
Yes.
Versus Rick Steiner and Scott Steiner and Steiners. Ultimate Warrior got eliminated very early. And oh my God, this Substandard Warrior put in the fight of his life. It was
heroic. It was an epic.
It's what, 15 minutes? Just getting an absolute beatdown taken by the Steiners and just kicking out every time.
Yes, he's a crowd favourite, Substandard Warrior, isn't he? Organically grown into the biggest faces of the business.
A star was made that night. I'll tell you that. A star was made.
What does this now mean for the Warriors? Because Substandard's not happy. That Ultimate Warrior, every tag match, he gets eliminated first.
Is Substandard becoming better than Ultimate? What's next?
Well, we'll have to find out, won't we? Next up, we had a title match for the Glorious Championship. It was Bob Roode versus Julius Pringles, the original Pringles.
The best Pringles man out
there. Yeah. Roode returned.
Shame for Julius.
As expected. It's a Glorious Championship, isn't it?
Well, yeah, it is his title.
Yeah.
Also, Julius is a fucking loser, so.
It would have been glorious around the waist of Julius Pringles.
Well, maybe time will tell.
I can't wait for Pringles versus Pringles match at Snakeskin Series.
So this is where Universe Mode really started fucking the night up. There was scheduled a title match for the Rest-A-Round Legends title. So Cheeks was defending his title against Dave from IT.
Yeah.
Both came down to the ring, and then suddenly Glacier came out with the Sultan. Obviously, he'd been beating down the Sultan backstage, just dragged him out, threw him on the floor. Glacier comes down to the ring, starts beating down on Dave from IT, and Cheeks just gets up and leaves. Leaves. The Glacier's, I thought the feud was over. It's obviously not. The Glacier's not had enough. Still got a grudge against Dave from IT, the fact that he's lost 3 times.
Oh God! What will be enough for Glacier?
I don't know, but we will see a title match. It'll be defended in a steel cage this week.
Yeah.
Just so Glacier cannot interfere. See what happens there. So next up we had Ralphus, obviously glorious Money in the Bank holder, versus Bandito Del Tacos Jr.
And another one I'm glad got a contract. Massive debut.
Yeah. Ralphus won, just showing that he is the most glorious wrestler in the Rest-A-Round.
Not if Bob Roode has anything to say about it.
Well, I think it's coming. It's going to come loggerheads. He's got his Money in the Bank holder, for God's sake.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see what happens. Next up, we had Bobby Lashley trying to redeem himself after his big loss against Kane. Against Jeff Jarrett in an Extreme Rules match. Genuinely think that Jeff Jarrett may be injured. Because Universe Mode does take into consideration injuries. Bobby Lashley absolutely beat down with him.
Jeff Jarrett not having any of his new pals. Obviously, he's now wearing NWO apparel.
No, well, the NWO, he was the only member to make an appearance on this show. I do believe. Yeah, it was. So we'll see what is going to come for the NWO. Taking a week off, maybe to just come up with some new tactics after such a losing streak.
Yeah.
So next up, we thought it was all over, but Hogan seems to have got a new gimmick. It came out as K Hollywood Hogan.
What's K Hollywood Hogan? Is that Korean?
No, it's just KO Hollywood Hogan.
Oh, right.
Fuck's sake, Chris.
Yeah.
Oh, it was like K-pop. I thought it was a K-pop Hogan.
Yeah, so it came out in Kevin Owens attire.
Ah.
Thought it was over. It's obviously not. It's just not giving up. Pretty creative control in people's contracts. Don't know why people do it.
I didn't thought Hogan was in BTS for a second.
He was up against Pat.
Yeah.
He's up against Pat McAfee. Pat McAfee wins.
Oh.
Yeah.
Sure.
He's having quite a good streak, is Pat McAfee.
Yeah, there's going to be a title challenge in the card soon for Pat McAfee.
Maybe. Well, he's already a tag team title.
Yeah, is he going to grow? Is he going to become too big for the tag titles and want to go on his own?
Maybe. Quite possibly. We'll see what comes in coming weeks for them. So then we had our main event. Snakeskin Take was obviously not happy about being interrupted in his opening match. So we had a handicap match of Snakeskin Taker versus the Shockmaster and the Plague Master. Ended in a draw.
Oh.
I believe there was an interference there. I think the Shockmaster beat down on the ref. And that's how it ended.
Yeah. So Shockmaster, keeps getting
massive
all these
heel turn.
contests, doesn't he? Yeah.
Just huge heel turn. It was a crowd favourite a couple of weeks ago.
He's Lou's best friend.
Yeah. Lost his title, lost his dignity. Massive heel turn.
Lost his head, yeah.
Well, what's going to come into fruition for the Shockmaster in coming weeks?
Well, excited to find out. If we're doing kayfabe, we found out yesterday. So.
Well, yeah.
But stay tuned Tuesdays for Wrestled Out. Some say it's becoming the #1 show.
Who's saying that? I think I was saying that.
Julius Pringles.
Yeah. So I've just skipped it on. Right, I'm going to go on to my news. Right, let's have a look what's been said. So apparently Rick Steiner has suffered a minor injury during the match.
Hard hitting match.
Substandard Warrior just put up the fight of his life, won't he? Yeah, Glacier saying that Glacier obviously couldn't wait for his match against Dave from IT, so decided to interrupt Dave from IT's match. Jeff Jarrett not quite injured yet. He has suffered a minor injury 2 weeks ago, but we'll just see what happens with that.
He's fighting through it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Very good.
Russell, I don't want this tribalism. I just say right. There were 2 great shows on the Wrestling Around Twitch. There's Weekly Wednesday Wrestling and there's Minor Celebrity Wrestling. Right, 2 great shows.
Can't believe you're that scared. You've started a secondary show.
You don't get to add your viewership up either.
Developmental territory.
How are you going to run it? Are you going to run them both on Wednesday night?
We'll find out. I don't know yet. I've not really thought. I've not thought it through logistically, right?
Have we got a Monday night? Have we got a Thursday night? A Friday night?
I don't know. We could maybe do mornings, but I can never get up in time. Do you know what I mean? I tried logging into Peter's on yesterday morning, but it was only finished by the time I'd woke up.
Yeah, I did a short one yesterday.
Yeah, apparently it's the place to stream.
No, Peters, you did that 5-hour stream, didn't you? It was like 2 o'clock before Luke got up.
Yeah, I did a 24-hour stream.
Yeah. Oh, 24 hours done that, because that means we're going to go up early the next day. 12 hours. Did 12 hours stream.
Yeah,
12 hours.
And Lou missed it.
It's a long week.
Well, exciting times for the Rest Around Twitch channel.
Yeah, Phil follows now. So.
Phil's there. Doug's there. I don't know what's happening, but he's there.
No, but you remember the storylines as well, which is great. So shout out to Doug. He was like, "Wait a minute, is this the one with the gorilla as the champ?" I was like, "Yes,
yes, Doug.
Yes,
just
it is."
Just wait till he gets a notification, and he tunes in. It's just
and it's Minor Celebrity Wrestling. Yeah,
he gets even more confused. It's a completely new show. What are the old cheeks doing there fighting a bloody big melon? Oh, well, join us on Twitch tonight and then next Tuesday. And then
if you're not following, give us a follow.
Yeah, give us a follow. And then
you can get to see Terry Taco.
It gives you bits, yeah. See Terry Taco. No, I'll tell you, won't get to see Terry Peters. Will
No,
that
Terry
have a drop in viewership, though? Have you shot yourself in the foot there?
I lost the match. Terry Peters and the Spooky Skank have both been fired. It was a last minute stipulation, but one I'm going to stick to. But tune in to see any new debutants this week.
Well, looking for Peters, there is actually two brands now. So
yeah, what if it turns up on
well,
sold out.
There's three brands. Is Terry Peters a man and celebrity?
Not quite yet, but you get there.
There's been talks for weeks of is an investor behind the NWO? So could he make an appearance?
Sorry.
I'm just saying though, Terry Peters, he's had thousands of views on his YouTube channel.
That is true.
So is he a man that's celebrity?
We could do with some of his Twitch followers as well.
He probably had more views than fucking Paul Chuckle has in the last few
years. Get some coin.
So there we go. Yeah, it's a Twitch partner.
Yeah.
So
I am pleased to announce though, Ross, in a bit different news. But speaking of revenue, everyone's been listening to the adverts in front of ours, and I'm pleased to say that we are starting to make money now. We made 60p from adverts.
Yes, 60p.
Can't withdraw until we get 50 quid, but still, it's there.
On the way. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, everyone, for supporting the.
Thanks to Nat West and the government.
Yeah. The only time we'll ever thank the government on this podcast.
Fuck the Tories.
Except for the guy who decided to promote his whatever the promoted COVID vaccine to something on ours. But yeah, good for them. Chris Whitty.
Yeah, he's all right.
He's a fan.
Right, should we do some what we're actually here for?
Go on then.
It's WCW. Obviously, we're carrying on the storyline of the NWO. WCW Uncensored, 1997. It's the third Uncensored I've watched on the networks. I'm assuming it's the third one we've done. But I don't watch WCW in my spare time.
Which ones have you watched?
98 as well. Unless we just watched the match.
I think we did do 98, yeah.
Yeah, we have done 98. That rings a bell.
Was that the one with the fucking awful Savage Hogan main event? I think it was.
Essentially.
They're all awful.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're all terrible.
Classic WCW staple, that isn't it? Terrible main event.
Being awful.
Wait till we get to the main event of this show. So
we'll get
change
there.
your minds.
I genuinely had to open up a new window because I didn't have space to write all the rules down. Right then, it was on March 16th, 1997, in the North Charleston Coliseum, Charleston, South Carolina. 9,285 people there. Lou, do you have a menu?
I do not have a menu, Ross, but I'm on the nearby hotels and dining options section.
You've really expanded
of the North Charleston Coliseum website. Embassy Suites Hotel, Doubletree by Hilton nearby. You get a free cookie on check-in.
Yeah,
you do.
Hilton Garden Inn, Charleston Airport. Not really. Not a lot going on.
I've just we're going to do wrestling in a minute, but I've just remembered I wanted to reintroduce a segment. Twat of the week is back.
I suggested to Aircast that a potential sponsor could sponsor this very segment if they wanted to, so make it good. I don't think they will.
Have we all watched Is It Cake on Netflix?
Yes.
So I can't remember his name. It's Mikey, someone else. Davis, I don't know. The host.
The presenter.
The host, yeah.
Right, so who's Twat of the week?
The presenter.
How many episodes have you watched?
4.
No, you'll warm to him. He's great.
I'm not warm to him. Shut up, you're not funny.
No, the first couple hours, I don't like this guy.
He's a prick.
By the end of it, I thought this guy is great. He'd be really good at hosting the wrestling podcasts. So. Just saying.
What's he? He's on Saturday Night Live. I even Googled him to find out why he was famous. Surely he's not for his presenting skills. Awful. Also, the guy with green hair. Just because you say a compliment after you've been real bitchy doesn't make him a nice person.
No, it's that fucking old guy who's the worst.
Oh, no, it's my favourite.
He's a bitch.
Yeah, but he's the silent assassin.
That's twat. Aaron's gone.
Aaron's had enough. that was it. Right. Yeah. No, what's his name? The host. He's just a twat.
No,
really
that's a poor choice. That we're not.
I'm bringing it back, and that's what it is. Right. We'll carry on. Aaron's left. Aaron's quit the show over that last remark.
I was going to make a hero of the week, Ross.
Do you want to do it now?
Yeah, let's do it now.
Yeah.
Hero of the week. Terry Peters. Back on Twitch.
Yeah.
Twitch.tv/Bell Nation.
Yeah.
Damn right.
He's back with a bang. Doing
Yep.
shoeies. Somebody at the F1 did a shoey, Peters. I don't know why you got it.
He did a shoey with milk. It was great. Saturday morning.
Hey, Mystic, sure.
I think he ran out balls for his cereal. So.
Yeah, that's right. And I ran out the cheese grater, bro.
Just a few cornflakes.
Still can't have that. Every time I look at mine, I just like shake my head. And Terry Peters used it as a ball. Right, should we do some proper wrestling?
Yeah.
Yeah, so WCW made it. Right, we always say how great WWE's video packages are, WWS video packages,
Mm-hmm.
and they're all memorable. This one was genuinely the worst video package I've ever seen in my life. And I get they do the staticky thing and they cut out letters like Batman villains, don't they, for Uncensored.
Yeah.
Have a break in between names because it genuinely announced the Ultimate Dragon, Scotty Riggs. That's not the same person.
I said this is probably the best one that we've seen, though.
What do you mean? That is the best one we've seen?
From WCW.
Oh, I think it's the worst. I think it's genuinely the worst.
It didn't even. It only showed like half the match. And it was like, okay, it moved on to the next one before they even
There
showed
was
the
no
second
break.
match.
It was like they'd recorded them all individually, and then they've put them on the editing software, and they've not put a space in between. So as soon as one word finishes, the next one started, which is how we ended up with the Ultimate Dragon, Scotty Riggs.
I'm not saying it's good. I'm just saying it's the best one that we've seen, in my opinion.
What really annoyed me, this is a really minor thing, is it said Team Piper and showed Piper Team.
Yeah.
Really got to me that. I don't know why.
Oh.
But then it was like NWO team. But then it was like Team WCW. I was like, the fuck is this? No one's edited it. No one's looked over it. Rubbish. Yeah, I was very annoyed. And it went on for like 10 hours like they always do.
I'd rather see the NWO come in on dump trucks again.
It's bold. It's a bold claim.
That was better than this crap.
At
least it was quick, this one. So we get Shivani, Heenan, and the Big Dust on comms. And then, because, this show needed to get off to a good start, so let's put genuinely one of the most boring matches I've ever seen in my life on first. Dean Malenko versus Eddie Guerrero for the WCW US title. Eddie Guerrero is the current champion. The only good bit about this match was Randy Anderson was back refereeing.
I'd like to give Dean Malenko an award.
What for?
For the only man in the history of wrestling to have wrestled the most boring match with Eddie.
Yeah.
When does Eddie ever have a boring match? And definitely is worth an award. So well done, Dean Malenko.
As well, there's a backstage thing in it. Why the fuck would you cut from this match into a backstage thing to do? It just distracts everybody, doesn't it?
So in the middle of this already boring match, we cut to the back. NWO there with Rick Steiner. They can't work out with Rick Steiner. It's quite obvious because nobody is the shape of Rick Steiner apart from Rick Steiner. And then he's laid out, and then he gets stretchered away, and then he gets put in an ambulance. Nobody in the history of the world needs to see a 19-minute Dean Malenko match. And then to make it worse, he does a frog splash. Yeah, that's a cool moment because that's Eddie's finisher. Pulls him up. Yeah. Unless that's the ultimate heel move because Dean Malenko thinks we want to see some more of him wrestling. And then we get 6 at the end. So you've got the most boring wrestler in the world, Eddie Guerrero before he's cool, and then we get X-Pac involved. Come on, WCW, do better.
It does follow on from the last pay-per-view, doesn't it, when he was involved? I thought it was quite clever storytelling, to be fair. And I did like Eddie targeting Dean Malenko's leg, but he still fucking wins, doesn't he?
Do you know what, Piers? I was watching this thinking, Tippy's going to enjoy this.
I did not say I enjoyed it. I just thought there was clever little bits to it, but I really got pissed off with the backstage bit. Not necessary in the match.
No, this match should have been 10 minutes shorter or off the card, and then have the backstage bit.
The fact
I didn't get the point in the, the backstage bit. Why they went like just admitting it was fucking Rick Steiner. They were like, "Who is it?" for ages. It made it look shit, didn't it?
Yeah. Can you not?
Because then afterwards, they're like, "Oh yeah, it's Rick Steiner." What's the point in all that?
I don't know.
Yeah.
19 minutes long. Dean Malenko won after using a camera that Six brought out.
They were in the Attitude Game video cameras to use as hardcore weapons, as was a TV.
I wonder if anybody at this point thought video cameras were going to go away. You don't get video cameras. You still get big cameras, don't you? Now, you still get cameras because everything's on the phones, aren't they? But you don't get video cameras anymore.
No, it's true. It's true.
Right. What have you been doing?
Well, everyone just puts everything on TikTok now.
Yeah.
Genuinely, I was watching You've Been Framed the other day, and there was something from like 1993 on it.
They just recycle the same clips.
Do they keep getting 250 quid? Or do you think there's somebody who has not had a clip show before and get like a random, like 25 years later, and they've just got 250 quid from You've Been Framed?
Yeah, I didn't realize it was still going. Is it still Lisa Riley?
No,
it's Harry Hill. Now.
Harry Hill, but he's not in the studio anymore.
Harry Hill's the fucking worst.
Yeah,
it's just like
thank
a voice.
you, Aaron.
He's not very funny at all, is he?
Voice of
like
reason, Aaron
voiceover.
Franklin, once again.
I actually was going to say that, but thought you lot loved him for some reason. But no,
It's right.
a
Harry
fucking
Hill.
bitch.
I'm going to slightly defend him because I can't stand him normally. However, on his TV Bear he used to do. He used to do Apprentice in a nutshell, and that was hilarious because he would do in the Apprentice when they start and they have them all how great I am. This is why I'm away. He'd have that, and then he'd go to Sugar saying, "You're fired," and then show him walking off.
Harry Hill's on par with like Mrs. Brown Boys as the worst thing on TV.
Oh no, Mrs. Brown Boys is worse, but it's very close.
Everyone loved that for a short period, didn't they,
Mrs. Brown Boys?
Yeah, until she was he fiddling the taxes. That put me off.
I think it was the only reason it was big is because the majority of the British population have got an IQ under 10. So
It's true. We used to love it at uni. Like because it used to be on at like there must have been a replay on like a Friday night at like 1 a.m. or something. Or like when we were coming in. Yeah. Nearly went to see it live. But I won't watch it now. Do you know what I mean?
dodged a bullet.
Yeah.
Taxes.
Interesting you say that, Aaron, because over the weekend I watched that new Lee Mack show, the 1%, and some of the questions was like 60% of the people, only 60% of the country would get this right. And I'm thinking, Jesus Christ, no wonder we're in the hole that we're in. One of them was like, which one isn't right? And it was 3 pictures of animals in, I don't know, some sort of landscape. There's a fucking polar bear in the desert. And people got that wrong. A polar bear in the desert?
I'm going to shoot.
That's not right.
I'm going to shoot again. Don't find Lee Mack funny.
Yeah, you tried too hard on that. I know I am normally a fan of Lee Mack. I love him on Would I Lie to You, but on that I tried far too hard.
Yeah.
Would I Lie to You seems to bring out the best in everyone, doesn't it? Like specifically Bob Mortimer.
No, Bob
No, he's
Mortimer
another
just
person
hilarious.
that I can't.
Yeah.
He's not funny. When he does, what is it? Mortimer and whatever his name
Reeves.
is. Yeah.
Bob Mortimer was funnier on his own. Vic Reeves is not
Yeah.
funny whatsoever.
Yeah.
Yeah, Vic Reeves is just.
Yeah, what was the last sketch show? The Monkey Trousers with them two.
Yeah.
It's one of the worst things I've ever seen.
Oh, they did that Shooting Stars, which was even worse.
Yeah.
But Bob Mortimer on Taskmaster is hilarious.
Yes.
Yeah, right, wrestling. We're doing Dean Malenko. Has anyone got anything nice to say about Dean Malenko?
He's alright, isn't
You're Dean Malenko's biggest fan. So.
He's technically sound, isn't he? I want to put his match on first. Match order was all over the place. This crowd was not a hot crowd, was it tonight?
Didn't care at all, did they?
Well, because he had nowhere to eat. He had to eat in a fucking DoubleTree.
Yeah.
South Carolina, though, is a big, old school NWA. WCW Heartland, isn't it?
You need to line your stomach for the night, though. You can't just drink on empty stomach, can you?
Yeah, well, don't start with, I don't know, like rocks. You know what I mean? That's the equivalent of Dean Malenko. Going out for a 5-star meal and someone gives you some pebbles.
Wow.
That is Dean Malenko.
But,
you know what I mean?
yeah, the star ratings will be interesting in this one.
I'd love to, like, what's Big Dave and Tay Peters? You're the man with the star ratings.
He's going to love this match.
Yeah, he did 3 3/4.
Oh, God. Oh. Why, he's wrong. We all know he's wrong. But how wrong?
Oh, no, you can't say that. Aaron's going to say it, Ross. It's the bit. Aaron's going to be like, it's wrong, though, isn't he?
He is wrong, though.
Thank you.
Because he's the only man in existence that I believe has ever made Eddie Guerrero look boring. So as a result, it's -3.
Quite.
6.5-star swing.
quite different then.
Yeah, the only interesting bits was them using their own finishes against each other. But why? It
Went on way too long.
It looked like an idiot pulling them up. Absolute idiot. Good job he won.
Well, also the commentary was saying what a fucking idiot he was for doing it as well.
Yeah.
Because also it makes, if you didn't do that better, then Eddie can like be rightly screwed.
Yeah.
But Eddie wasn't screwed because he lost cleanly, or would have lost cleanly.
Yeah.
If Melon couldn't pull him up. Stupid.
Absolutely unnecessary. He could have kicked out. It's not his finisher.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Absolutely unnecessary spot. We then go backstage. We've got Mean Gene. He's joined by Roddy Piper. And I found what he actually said, because all I've wrote down here is very ranty.
It's very 80s, isn't it? Very 80s.
I thought it was brilliant.
It's very taking a load of cocaine before he does a promo, I thought.
Just very long. That was my
Yeah, I've got no idea what he's on about, but I loved it.
Well, I've got the words here, so I'll read it out. Let's see if we can.
Are you going to do the accent as well?
No, I'm not going to do the accent.
Drop my phone. So
the dust accent I did. So this is what he said. Because no, I want you to understand what he said. I live metal. I eat metal. I got metal in my hip, and he ain't talking about the Queen Mary. Speaking of Rodman, he comes knocking on my door and wants to try on my kill. What's the problem? He wants me in it. There you go. Unwrap, please.
So what we're saying is Dennis Rodman's got some sort of sex fetish where Roddy Piper is wearing his kilt.
Yeah, I think that must be it.
Yeah.
And then, that if that wasn't enough, Benoit, Mongo, and Jeff Jarrett come out. And then Piper calls Benoit a wino, starts saying Deborah's a hussy, and then screams uncensored.
Right, what I wrote down on this was why was Mongo never world champ?
He should have been, shouldn't he? He should have been.
His promo was great in this.
It was better than the others. Did you know what I mean? You've got fucking Benoit there, who's probably got more personality now. Then you got.
At least now it doesn't sound interesting.
Yeah. So bad, now, isn't he? He's got. Like, who is the other fucking guy? Jarrett. Nah. Was not a fan of this segment. I swear it was longer than the opening match as well. It went on for ages.
Yeah, it did. They all had their individual promos, didn't they? I agree. Mongo should have been far higher at the card than it was.
100%. Considering his background.
Yeah.
Considering his background, it should have been a lot better than he was, but he wasn't.
Mongo is the best celebrity wrestler of all time. He's in the Horseman, for God's sake. You don't get put in the Horseman if you're a bad wrestler.
Well, you clearly do.
Well, Jeff Jarrett was in there, so I suppose.
Jeff Jarrett isn't officially recognised. Mongo is.
Just how absurd is that? Like, just.
Why do you love Dean Malenko so much? You hate Mongo.
You seem like I can wrestle for one. I don't even love him that much. But, I know it's like a nice little running joke, but I'm not having it, right? Mongo, shite. Everyone knows it. He's famous for being shit.
100%, I would rather watch a Mongo match than a Dean Malenko match. 100 every day of the week.
Yeah, in a way. I don't know.
every day, every absolute day.
If you're so bad, it's good. You're still bad though. After a while, it's great.
Promos outstanding.
If they presented him as like the same way they presented fucking Jackass at WrestleMania last week, fine. They didn't. They presented him like he was actually good.
Not the same. Mongo's a serious wrestler. I don't understand what you're not getting. Terry Peters, what did you make of this segment?
Roddy was fantastic.
What was he?
Yeah.
Was he even more upset now? Was he fantastic? Or does everybody in the 80s just scream absolute nonsense?
Yeah, but that's why it's brilliant. It's his
Why
accent
is
as
that
well.
brilliant?
Lou's had enough, he's off.
Lou's gone.
While Lou is gone, can I just introduce you to who is going to be appearing on this week's Wrestle Out show?
Yes, please. Oh, we're going to leave it a surprise. Oh my God, that's fantastic. Lou's going to be so upset. You probably all figured it out at home, but we're not going to officially mention it.
Long next week.
Yeah, what I was going to say, join us on Tuesday. Oh, you've probably already seen it. I can't do kayfabe. We've already seen it, won't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was yesterday.
Yeah, it was yesterday.
If you haven't watched it, go back and watch it. But Peter, what I was going to say, I'm a big fan of scripted promos because otherwise you end up with promos like this.
Nah, this was great. It's just nonsense. It's fantastic.
How do we know this wasn't scripted?
Yeah, that's the thing. It probably was.
Somebody should have read this. And when it's out, it means absolutely no sense.
Yeah, but they never do they?
Right, moving on from that segment. We'll talk about how long that bloody segment was. We get Psychosis versus the Ultimate Dragon. With Dragons with Sonny Ono. Mike Tenay joins us on comms, obviously, because there's
Japanese expert.
Japanese, yeah. This went 12 minutes. Everyone loves Ultimate Dragon. We've been watching WCW for a while now. I don't think I've seen a good match out of them. I think they're all average. So, Peter, I imagine you love this.
I was more worried about the camera work in this. Fucking shaky, innit? Keep your camera steady.
It's like a Blair Witch Project. Yeah,
but I did like Ultimate Dragon's moonsault from the middle rope to the outside. I thought it was pretty cool, to be fair.
Well, he's the creator, isn't he? SIA moonsault.
He is. And Sonny Ono kicking.
Sonny Ono was fantastic in this. Every time he looks at the camera.
I enjoyed as well when he was taking pictures on the digital camera, and it was like a big thing that were going to be uploaded to the internet.
Yeah. Well, the internet was.
The internet wasn't really a thing back then, was it?
No.
But
it's mad, isn't it? How far we've come.
I like this match. To be fair, I didn't think it was. I thought it was probably one of the better ones of the night.
The
camera work.
Yeah, they did.
And Psychosis' mask is going to be very annoying with that hair on it, innit?
Yeah, he didn't take it off into his lose it.
No, but it's like that Kane. It's like when Luke Gallows was fake Kane in it, that sort of hair where the wig almost fell off. Terrible.
But they did sort of fuck up the ending. He tried to. They say it was a tornado DDT. I'm not exactly sure what it was. So he just put a dragon suplex on to win 12 minutes. Lou, what did you think of this match?
Oh, which one is this one?
Ultimate Dragon.
Psychosis or Dragon.
I'm back, everyone. It's all right, wasn't it? I'd have opened with this one.
Yeah, I would have.
Do your flippy loop shit first.
No, actually, I would have opened with the Rey Mysterio one.
Oh, don't get me started on that one, Ross. Worst match of the night.
Yes, it was. And there's a Mongo match, and that was worst match of the night. Right, star ratings.
3.5.
Well, this match went on way too long.
What, 12 minutes?
Yeah, it felt like it went on for a lot longer when I was watching it. Don't know about you guys.
Yeah, well,
I felt like
I hadn't have watched the Malenko match before.
It was weird. The whole pay-per-view went pretty quickly for me. I watched it all in one. But every individual match, I was like, surely this guy can be around too much longer. Every match was getting shorter, yet feeling longer, I thought, at this point.
I went 2.5 on this one.
Well, that's what
it was all right.
Dave yet again.
It wasn't the best Ultimate Dragon match.
I've not seen a good one of him. I don't know. I'm sure it's out there.
We watched one the other week. It was all right. It was him and Rey Mysterio. I thought that was all right.
Yeah, well, that was just a glorified squash, though, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe we've got one to come. It sticks around for a bit longer than they. They get Mean Gene again. Speaking of segments that go on for far too long, he's interviewing DDP. Macho Man and Elizabeth come out. The whole thing Macho Man's claim doesn't know who DDP is, even though NWO literally spent months doing DDP. This makes sense. Macho Man's with his wife here. I feel like that's important.
Yep.
Throughout this pay-per-view, Macho Man is married. He then gets a magazine out, goes through everyone, starts talking about literally all the women he's banged. It says, "Oh, I do remember you, because your wife's on the centerfold. She's been sprayed with NWO."
Clever placed NWO there.
Yeah, like it. Old Macho Man doing anything. Yeah. I can't remember the order that happens. Kimberly comes out, she's sprayed painted, and DDP gets beat up by Macho Man and Randy Savage. And then they spray him again.
Oh, she looks so sad when she came out. Just like
someone's backstage.
It was just like, I mean, it must have been Shivani. The spray painted Kimberly. It's just so ridiculous. And then BG, I love that BG was on the stage as well, going, "This is disgraceful. Why is everyone standing around doing nothing while he himself is doing nothing?" That was fucking Jerry Lawler.
You would have got involved, wouldn't you?
He got right involved then. Yeah.
There's been 2 promo segments. Both of them must have gone on for about 5 minutes.
This one went on forever. I think
It
Macho
needs to be this
clearly forgot what he was meant to say because he just kept going, "You're the guy," like over and over again.
Yeah, he did. Again, Macho Man, legendary promo apparently. No, just an 80s guy who spouts shit.
Peters loved it.
I love
Of course
it.
he did. Peters loved fucking Viper in the last segment.
It was weird, this one.
I love this. It's brilliant. It's bringing a bit of real life into the mix.
I don't know. This could have been done in 2 minutes.
The on the front of Kimberly is filled in.
I did like DDP's t-shirt though. There you go.
No one else noticed that. I was like, was it because they didn't want to do a circle? You know what I mean? I just
Maybe he did that.
it was just very neat on the front, wasn't it? It looked like it was meant to be like an NWO dress.
Yeah, I did like DDP's t-shirt.
Yeah.
Before t-shirts were really a thing as well, wasn't
I've got a very similar one to that actually. The Ross bought me for after we went to WrestleMania 32. It's kind of
it? I bought it before we went.
Mm.
Just came from America.
Yeah.
I have a Sabu t-shirt, same thing.
I met DDP that day. I asked it would have been. It'd be great to be wearing a t-shirt.
I didn't
on it.
mean Sabu, so what's your problem?
Yeah. It'd be nice to be.
Like you order your own t-shirt next time.
Oh yeah, I said you were doing it.
I did do it. I did order it. It's not my fault it came late.
Yeah. We didn't have to pay for that after it came. So anyway.
I ordered it before, and I ordered like next
Anyway, it's the same design as that one, but blue and pink. Anyway. Yeah.
It's finished. Finished whinging now.
That's it.
Did you make DDP or not?
Yeah, I met DDP, but I'm wearing his t-shirt. I was like,
Yeah, well, doesn't matter if you want to work.
Let's make some small talk about yoga instead.
Which you prefer? X-Pac would have been so upset if you'd been wearing a DDP t-shirt.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So, why'd you wear X-Pac?
Imagine being X-Pac.
Why do you hate it?
All right, this is just boring. It's better now. I like this current X-Pac, to be honest. Just like the guy, Sean Waltman is all right, isn't he? But X-Pac, the character, and 6, the character, was rubbish.
Moving on then, the next match, we've got Mortis against Glacier. This is a martial arts match, which has the same rules as a normal match.
sold out personalities of Mortis and Glacier.
Mortis, if anyone doesn't know, is Chris Canyon.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
How do you not know? Chris Canyon's got one of the most distinguishable body shapes in the whole
Like real
thing.
long and lanky.
Yeah, I genuinely didn't know that. I just remember Mortis off Robot was.
So it's a
Which came first?
Robot was not. No, Robot was later than 97, surely.
We used to watch it at the same time. It was on
Marcus Clarkson was on it for a series, wasn't
Yeah, I remember that 2000s though, because there was the Millie Ann Bug or something like that.
So Mortis was in 98.
2004.
Yeah, it was in the first series as well. Was all Mortis.
Speaking of Robot Wars, have you ever seen that guy get real? It's on the new series. He gets real upset that he's beating bad kids. And just
Yes, it almost became a clip on Wrestle Around. But
Behemoth. It's
the same guy. And it looks like Eddie Lewis. That guy.
Yeah.
It's Angela Scanlon, the reporter. She's just there, and he just walks off. There's literally 3 7-year-olds. So that it was that. Well, it's a serious sport. Anyway, martial arts match. You can win this by pinfall, submission, or knocking somebody out for 10. So, different. Mortis is with James Vandenberg, and I believe this is James Mitchell from TNA. I'm sure.
Who was this?
Not sure.
James Vandenberg.
Oh, the old
the
Sinister Minister.
Yeah.
So it was, yeah.
Not the guy I've just Googled, who's a former American football quarterback.
Did you know Mortis is Latin for death?
No, that makes all that's that. All comes in.
Because this match was dead on arrival.
Yeah, this match was absolute dog shit, and it was only 9 minutes. It's just boring, wasn't it? There was just kicks. Glacier's shit. No,
I thought Glacier was quite athletic for his size.
Anyway, it was Glacier again.
Scorpion. Sub-Zero, sorry.
No, but he was someone on it.
He was in WWE, I think, but then he was in AEW like 6 months ago. A year ago, as Glacier.
Yes, I don't know.
Oh no, I'm not thinking of somewhere else.
I actually didn't mind this match.
Are you kidding me?
I thought it was
Tell me why this match was good.
I just thought it was two very athletic people. I thought it was quite good.
I don't know what to do with this show.
In the mud, innit?
I can't believe you seriously defending this.
I thought it was all right.
I thought it was just it was an awkward match and that they didn't really fit in with anything. Like WCW going on this realistic route, and then they had these two. Yeah, I think they were just trying to capitalize on a map.
And then you had Wrath's debut as well.
Yeah, just very odd. Then it felt if this was like a year earlier, I'd have been like, yeah, all right. Sign of the times, but I felt like we moved on from that up until this point.
So the match then, it was just a little kicking. And then that James Vanderbeek got involved and Glacier kicked him in the head. Looked like the same kick that he'd done throughout the match. Ended it 9 minutes. Then Wrath comes out, who is one of the guys from Chronic.
It's Adam Bomb, isn't he? In WA.
Yeah.
Oh, it looks familiar. I couldn't place him.
I'm sure he's in Chronic, isn't he?
Yeah, he's in Chronic.
Yeah.
I had a look. Yeah,
it's the big lad in Chronic.
Brian Adams in it.
Yeah, Brian Adams, that's it.
Summer of 69.
Everything he does it for us.
I can't. I'm sorry. I'm throwing it because St. Peter's so far is having his most favourite pay-per-view ever.
You know what? I shouldn't mind.
All these top guys doing promos. His favourite matches. All we need now is the fucking Demon against Vampiro. Then we're good to go.
You're going to be in for a shot with the next match as well.
Coco Beware coming out with Owen Hart and the drinkers. Jesus Christ. Please, am I wrong with this?
Yes.
This is am I the only one who thought this was just absolute dog shit?
I just thought it was bland. I wasn't offended by it. I'm probably somewhere in the middle of you and Peters. Obviously, Peters thought it was like fucking Omega Okada too.
Yeah.
But for me, it was right in the middle.
What the big dig of it?
1 3/4.
Oh, he's wrong, isn't he?
Pop.
What is
2.5.
2.5.
Yeah.
He was going
bang in the middle.
Bang average match, yeah.
Yep.
3 stars.
Plus, it was based. This is when they was trying to get behind the Mortal Kombat kind of whole vibe on it.
Yeah.
Appreciated it.
Oh Christ. I'm just going to move on. I don't know what to do anymore. The Steiners crashed the car. That was next. Absolutely ridiculous. I thought the Steiners were going to be driving for enough. But apparently, this is what they used to do in real life, wasn't it?
Just crash cars.
They end up bumping into people on the roads and stuff.
Destruction Day.
And then they crashed the cars. They're all right though. Don't
No, it was like a month earlier on it. It wasn't like
What was the if it wasn't on the show because of that crash? I get it, but what was the point in showing that?
No, because it was the NW. The bad things were happening to the Steiners,
Right.
and the idea was that the NWO ran him off the road to try and kill him.
Yeah,
that's where they were going with it.
Ah.
It was like, a series of unfortunate events has happened to the Steiners.
Asking to turn the camera off.
Yeah,
it's just ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Almost as ridiculous as the next match. Buff Bagwell against Scotty Riggs, strap match. 2 people from American Mills. Tag team partners going at it. I mean, this match, the best bit about Peter, I imagine you're going to say you fucking loved it. The best bit about this match was Big Dust talking about a bag of cement.
I thought he was
for
on
about 10 minutes.
I thought he said semen at first. So
I beg a female.
Yeah, so I thought he said semen, so I thought he was actually on about like taking a big bag of spunk around.
there you go.
So yeah, there you go.
I don't know what to do with that information. Peters, I imagine
You don't need to do anything with it. Just imagine Dusty Rhodes to a big
bag of semen.
We all got those big ball bags. That's what he's saying.
This match was essentially a 12-minute Buff Bagwell
Look how the
promo.
ball with a wheelbarrow. Sorry.
It was a 12-minute Buff Bagwell promo. There was occasionally a bit of wrestling. Scotty Riggs, I don't think did one move, did he?
He nearly won it.
Yeah, he almost won it.
At
He
the
got
end.
3 out of 4. Well, he
It-
did a move.
Yeah,
didn't
it was a near fall.
He did a low blow that Buff Bagwell just decided I'm not going to sell that. Buff Bagwell went for a pin. No, sorry. The second best bit after Dust was in the cement was Randy Anderson absolutely taking none of Buff Bagwell's shit. I wonder if that was it, right? Or was Buff fucks up? Randy Anderson's like, you an idiot.
Yeah.
He's gone for a pin in a strap match. Obviously, you have to touch all the corners. He's had a go at Randy Anderson. Randy Anderson said, fuck you, and pushed him over.
Yeah. That was like the wrestling around Randy Anderson, that, wasn't it?
And
he?
then,
He took it to his bum.
speaking of people, WCW wrestlers trying to kill other WCW wrestlers, Buff hung Scotty Riggs.
Yeah.
I say,
Yeah, but by his hand.
yeah, he had his hand.
It was
up.
just
It was holding his
Scott
hand
Riggs
near
was
his
just
neck.
holding it, yeah.
And then he just pulls him back in.
It did look violent though, like his neck was violently whipped when he went over that top rope.
Mm.
And then Buff actually, at one point, took the strap off his hands.
Yeah, because I thought he was going to go over and back under, but he didn't. He just took it off, didn't he? and put it back
Scotty
on.
Riggs nearly did that as well, didn't he? Realised he was wearing the strap, got back in after he went out to go up to the top row. And then Buff won. He won. Peters, right? Did you like this match?
Inoffensive.
I thought it was rather offensive. I'm a big Bull Bagwell fan, and I don't understand why he doesn't bet there, but this was just absolute dog shit.
This match was fucking awful.
Neither in or there for me.
This is going to be a dud. At the highest, this has to be a dud.
I don't like these Legends of Strap matches because you can't any match where you can't have a near fall or a near finish. I don't, you know what I mean? Because it was just such a slow finish, wasn't it? Dragging him around the 4 corners.
What, 1 1/4?
1 1/4.
Yeah, too high. Yeah, I just there was no point in this. It was a Buff Bagwell promo, and Scotty Riggs didn't do anything in it. So what's the point?
Yeah. What is the Franklin star right there?
-1.
Yeah, correct.
Just it was fucking shit on it.
Yeah.
And then at the end, he didn't even drag him round like you're supposed to in a strap match. Didn't drag
Yeah,
him
just
round.
like-
He just
I
walked
thought-
around the.
Because he was in the middle, wasn't he?
Yeah, he left it
The
in
strap
the
was
middle.
too long of it. He'd already taken it off his hand, though. And then put it back on.
Yeah. But it's like bloody Toby in the office, you seen it where he's in the handcuffs and he just takes his hand out.
Yeah.
It's great scene. Anyway.
Then he won.
Yeah.
Right, moving on from that then. After that was 12 minutes, so we're getting slightly shorter. We had an NWO black and white promo, which again went on for far too long. And right, the review I use, I'm going to call them out here. Ring Crew Reviews on 411. Yeah, he did it 10 years ago, 2012. But he said, I mean, he's very smarty. This was one of the better black and white promos. I thought this was absolutely awful because it was just about Savage. Again, he's married. Saying bang. How many times did he actually mention Paige's old lady? Somebody who you don't know, Savage. Keep mentioning his wife. And then at the end, it was all ruined. Hogan made a dick joke. And then he went, guys, you're so cool. And then nobody's ever cool after that, are they? You've ruined the NWO, Hogan, by saying the outsiders are cool.
That was my main beef. That was my main beef for the whole
slapping each
thing.
other on the back.
It was just like 4 middle-aged men trying to relive the younger days on it. There's just something about Hogan which doesn't fit in with this stuff like at all. I don't think Savage did that. You can tell
Savage did not.
Savage is just caught on because it's like he's successful now, so he wants to, Hogan's got his mate in. I think they were still mates at the time, right?
I think so, yeah.
But yeah, it was just it wasn't. I don't know. It's like like lads in the pub. They've all known each other since school, and then they meet up again. And when you revert back to your old personalities, very similar to that, really. I think just trying to impress the young guys. But, and then Hogan.
It's very
Michael Cole's at the end.
Very American Pie reunion, wasn't this?
Yeah,
maybe it would have been cool 20 years ago. Well, no, it's not. Get over it. Stop doing it. Don't say cool. Kevin Nash, you could see, was obviously just cringing all the way through it because he kept trying to end it. And then they were going to carry on. And then Savage would be like, I'm going to take my magazine. Okay, if you're going to have a wank, Savage. You know what I mean? You don't need to know.
He's Randy. His name's Randy for a reason.
I genuinely think, and I didn't realise at the time, I liked old school Savage. NWO Savage may be one of the worst things I've ever seen.
Yeah, it's not brilliant, is it?
Peter's fine. You can do something in there. Finally spoke sense. After all this time, Jesus Christ. Right, the next match then. A repeat of a match we watched on our first ever episode. Harlem Heat against Public Enemy in a Texas Tornado match. Harlem Heat were obviously with Sister Sherry. Public Enemy come down with a load of weapons. One of them happens to be a toilet seat.
Public Enemy's seen a lot more over as well when they're coming down this one.
Yeah, they did.
Compared to what they did in the last month's pay-per-view.
Yeah. They won that match, didn't they? They won yeah, they brought a load of weapons down. One of them was a toilet seat. And Dusty absolutely lost his shit. It was it was the funniest thing anybody in the world has ever done. I've never seen a man enjoying somebody get hit with a toilet seat more than the Big Dust. And it's good because when he's laughing, he's not talking, is he? So.
But they were all, even Tony Schiavone was not buying the shit, was he? No pun intended. He was just like,
I don't think anybody sold anything, did they?
I don't think so.
No, it was just big lads hit each other with weapons. Rocco Rock put Johnny Grunge and Stevie Ray through a table. And then Jeff Jarrett comes out.
For some reason.
Yeah, who knows why, because he's in about 18 different programs. And then Mongo came out. He's Grunge with his briefcase. Booker uses the first move in the full match and does a Harlem Hangover, and he wins 13 minutes.
You missed out the table spot.
And I've said that. Rocco Rock put Johnny Grunge
that was really good.
Through a table.
That was really, really good.
It was really good until you realised he genuinely put his own partner through the table.
Yeah, but as well, didn't get sold enough for me because he comes straight back up, doesn't he, Stevie?
Nothing got sold in this match. Absolutely nothing got sold. From any of all four of them.
I thought this was just having fun, this match.
But I'm a hardcore fan of the fun hardcore stuff. Like hardcore wrestling. I don't like it where it's just violent for the sake of violent. This was neither for me. It wasn't violent enough for me to pay attention. I wanted the story.
Is it inoffensive?
Yeah, meh, very meh. But it wasn't as fun. It wasn't like the Boss Man Snow matches where they're not violent, they're silly, but they're hilarious because they're going all over in the door of the snooker table. But this didn't have the drama of a Cactus Jack, Triple H, or a Mick Foley Edge match. It was just boring. Yeah, meh, very meh.
Something different on the card though. I enjoyed it more than I should have done.
He's loving this pay-per-view.
This is your favourite pay-per-view. This is not going to be a 6.5. if any pay-per-view was going to be odds on for a 6.5, it'd be this one.
This is a pushing it 7, I think.
Yeah, Lou, did you enjoy Harlem Heat Public Enemy? I mean, the last one we watched, they went into the crowd and stuff, didn't they? And...
I'll be honest, Ross. I think I was doing something during this match. I don't remember a lot of it. Yeah, I think something happened.
What happened?
I don't know. I was doing something.
Sounds serious.
Don't remember a lot of it. No, it wouldn't have been serious. I think I was taking the wash now, so I didn't pause it.
Yeah. Better than this match.
Sunday in it, so I'm just glad, right?
Right, we'll do a big D star raters before we get Aaron's thoughts.
All right, I've got a question before we start. Do you reckon I'm safe drinking beer that it's got a best before date of end of January?
Yeah. So every time I go to the in-laws, the father-in-law always say, "Oh, do you want a beer?" Every time he brings me a beer, it's at least 2 or 3 years out of date.
You've not got.
No, you're still here. So
yeah. So I think a few months, Lou. I think you're all right.
Yeah.
But it says best before, doesn't it? It doesn't say.
Yeah, it doesn't say expired. Yeah.
It,
That's alcohol in it. It's gonna be sterile. Right?
Yeah. What beer is it?
It's sterile, and I like the taste.
Jamestown IPA.
Oh, very nice.
The one you got me from after us.
Yeah.
The last one of the crate.
It's only the ones that fit in that stupid fucking crate.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do with it now. It's finished. But yeah. There you go. So
I did buy 6 interesting bottles, but none of them fit in.
Yeah, well, we'll see if it's good, won't we?
I'm fine with it. It's the same people who make that Jaipur, and we get them together.
Potentially a bit flat, but then maybe that's because it's That's the best before in it, but it's all right. Doesn't taste awful.
Right. Big D star ratings.
2.5.
2.5. Yeah, on the money. Aaron, is Big D right or wrong?
As always, he's wrong. This match was just not good. I mean, I'm not really piped up because again, I'm making some new superstars for Wrestled Out.
Oh god!
No, you missed an exclusive preview.
Oh, you did.
Well.
That's it. Well, kayfabe. You've already seen it, but there was parts in this match where I don't know. Booker T hit Rocco with something, and the other guy just stood there waiting for Booker T to finish so he can hit him with a dustbin lid. It's like, surely you would interrupt Booker hitting your tag team partner. It just was not a good match.
I mean, I'm not surprised because Public Enemy were a dance move, weren't they? But Booker T, come on, the man's a legend. The man knows how to put matches together.
You could tell he was better than everyone else in this match, couldn't you?
Yeah. Oh, so much better.
Yeah.
As a result, this match is a dud.
Yeah, that's fair. Absolutely no. There was no selling, no starring, no nothing.
No, it was awful.
And then Mongo came out, so maybe that puts the star in it. Mongo, why were they involved in this match? No, commentary team didn't even know. Commentary team don't know anything. I'm pretty sure they don't watch the weekly shows either.
Oh, Heenan 100% does not.
I don't know who's on the weekly shows.
I completely missed them. Back on the Cruiserweight match, the Heenan's commentary at the end when he was trying to summarize the match. It's like, I don't even know what's going on. They're like, Dusty, do you want to take the next replay? And he was like, I thought Brand did a great job. Just left it at that because they didn't have a bloody clue. I'm sure that was that match. I was at the Rey Mysterio match.
I don't know. One of them.
Some lad in the mask.
But then they get the next promo. It's Mean Gene again. He's been busy. He's got Team WCW this time. So Scott Steiner, the Giant, and Lex Luger. Do you know what, right? Scott Steiner did a great promo. Giants is here. He looked fucking huge in this, though, the Giant. And then Lex Luger, promo of the night. Apart from he said honest a few times, not honor a few times. He said there's honor and the titles are defended with honor. Apart from that, Lex Luger, I believed him. I was supporting him, and I knew he wasn't going to win the last one because I've seen results, but I'm supporting him in the last match. He's over.
He was over at this point.
Lex Luger is over.
Scott Steiner, to me, looks a bit like Jim Davidson.
Yeah, he's not Big Papa Pump, but it was there. You could see it growing, couldn't you?
Yeah. So. It's a bit like Jim Davidson for me, so that's that.
Well, yeah, didn't say the same as Jim Davidson. I suppose that's good. Everyone needs to see that. And the next match then, Rey Mysterio, that's Prince Ikea, the WCW TV title. Prince Ikea is the champion. Mike Tenay's back on comms because again, there's two foreign people there. 12 minutes. Well, controversial. So Prince Ikea is absolutely knackered all the way through this. He just blows his tank in the first 2 minutes. The crowd don't care at all. Rey Mysterio hits is it a moonsault? Some sort of whispering the ring moonsault thing on it before Jeff Hardy got it cool. And he has the pin. We get 1, 2, then the ref whiz off. Time limit's up. The time limit for a WCW TV title match is 15 minutes. The referee waved it off at 11:59.
Yeah.
Wow.
This is outrageous. And then Rey Mysterio gets the microphone. He's never been the greatest on the mic. In front of Rey Mysterio. He asks for, says, I've pushed you to the end. Shall we carry on? This makes Rey Mysterio look an idiot. Prince Ikea goes, yeah. Then Rey Mysterio grabs the mic again and goes, come on, let's do it, yeah! Come on, Martin! The crowd is like...
The crowd are booing.
Yeah, oh, God, do we have to?
Yeah. This is the most heatless match I've ever seen.
It was fucking boring.
Yeah. It was like the match was just happening, wasn't it?
It was like this was in 2017 and it was the middle of Raw.
Yeah.
Like the Cruiserweight thing.
Yeah.
Rey Mysterio then does a Hurricanrana. Prince Ikea rolls him through. A minute later, It's only a 12-minute match inside the original 15. And he wins. Rey Mysterio was like a fucking idiot. He's asked for a recess. Carry on, he's lost. Prince Ike, I know he's green. He's really green at this point, isn't he? But come on, stop exposing him so badly. Rey Mysterio, never pick the microphone up again, please. It's so bad. Yeah. Come on! Yeah, my time!
I don't think it was a badly wrestled match. I just think it was just the crowd just did not care for it.
It was shouting boring, which doesn't help.
Yeah, it was like do you want me to continue the match? And they fucking booed. And then they were shouting boring like 30 seconds into the restart. I'm sure they were meant to go on longer and they called an audible, which is the right call.
Prince Ike was absolutely knackered.
Yeah.
He couldn't do it after about 2 minutes.
It completely didn't need to go as long as it did. Because it was like, I'm sure at the beginning they said normally the time limit is 10 minutes. But we've extended it to 15 because it's a pay-per-view and then it went 12. But why not just do the 10-minute? Why add that extra rule when he's knackered and you were going to do that finish anyway?
Yeah, I don't know.
Odd. But yeah, the crowd I did not care for this match. I don't think it was deserved the good crowd treatment, but I think they were just at that point. They want the big stars coming out, don't they?
Yeah, the crowd, the commentary team didn't care either. Yeah. Dust was trying to all the way through trying to work out why Prince Ike was knackered.
Yeah. No, I think sometimes even the WCW commentary suffer from being too logical.
Yeah.
They just point out obvious plot holes and stuff all the way through it, don't they? Like,
it's because no one's there telling what to
I don't think they get in production now telling like, they don't have Vince shouting in the room. Maybe that's why you need Vince shouting in someone's ear.
Sometimes you end up with Dust. The brain doesn't even watch it. Dust,
it's like Vince would be like, Dusty, for fuck's sake. Just I don't think Bishop had that authority. You don't have the same authority as Vince.
And Shivani just literally doesn't care, does he? Shivani's checked out a long time ago.
This is the peak, and he was well checked out,
yeah. The only time Shivani was interested was when the WCW lost to NWO or the Outsiders. Hogan turned. That was the only time Shivani's ever been interested in the product. But was Big Dave? Was he?
Surprisingly, 1.5.
Yeah, it was dog shit, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. It's fucking boring.
Aaron, is he right?
No, he's wrong.
Yes. Pop every time.
Pop the lads.
See, it started off and it was like technical ability. It was a fairly good match, but the crowd were behind it, so that plays a factor. There was just no heat. There was no they hadn't really built to a storyline. Like William Regal had interfered in a match a month ago.
I completely forgot about that.
Yeah, I didn't know what mentioned today.
So where did that go? I mean, it's just a rematch, and then William Regal's suddenly not bothered.
Had he has he disappeared by this point? Was he in WWF at this point?
I don't know.
I don't think he quite moved across by this point, had he?
He's out here, but William Regal's goal was to ruin the first match. He's just sat at home thinking, I'm content after that.
Yeah. As a result, star rating for this match is a dud again.
It's 2 duds in a row. Yeah, boring. Not what you want before the hottest main event. Should open with this match because it was shit, wasn't it?
Yeah, they should have opened. I think that's when I think the crowd probably would have been more into it. It's like when you go to any wrestling show, the crowd are normally into the first match more than they should be.
Yeah.
You can put anything out there, can't you, really?
They're excited, aren't they? Let's go.
Other than what they did, because that took the life out of them.
Yeah.
Like they should that first match would have been fine, exactly the same as it was with the cutaways and stuff. If it was like second or third match, but one a good first match. But yeah, something like this. So they actually, to be fair, I'd put the other 2 Lucha lads on first, I think.
In this spot should have been the
just have a mic have a mic Tenay hour.
Yeah.
Get Mike Tenay out. Do all your Mike Tenay shit
at once. Yeah,
and then get him the fuck out of there,
Right, moving on then. I have genuinely had to get the rules up for this because
what are the rules, bro?
I couldn't write it down. So we have what WCW are calling a 3-team match. Michael Buffer calls it a 3-team challenge, last man standing match. Wikipedia's official thing of it is a triangle elimination match. So let's get the rules out. We've got 3 teams, 4 rounds. First segment is 5 minutes. And every 2 minutes, another man joins the match. So we've got one from each team starting first. Team WCW is Luger, the Giant, Scott Steiner, because Rick Steiner's been ruled out. NWO team is Hogan, Scott Hall, Kevin Nash, and Randy Savage. And then Team Piper or Piper team, depending on if you're listening or watching, is Roddy Piper, Mongo, Chris Benoit, and Jeff Jarrett. So 3 of them are going to start, wrestle for 5 minutes, and then every 2 minutes, another 3 joins, so on, so everybody's in. You can be eliminated by pinfall, knockout, submission, or over the top rope. But that's not it, because there's some stipulations. So if Team WCW wins, the NWO must vacate all their belts and not wrestle for 3 years. If the NWO wins, then they get title shots whenever and wherever they want for any belt. And if Team Piper wins, the one that got the most riding on the air, Hogan must face Piper in the cage match. Why are the Horsemen even bothered? Absolutely nothing out of this. I think Michael Buffer probably spent a good portion of it, probably about 55 minutes explaining this one. But we have Benoit come out first to Piper's music. Scott Hall comes up for the NWO, and then the Giant for WCW. Christ, they wrestle for 5 minutes. The Giant takes after 5 minutes to get to the bloody ring.
Yeah, I was thinking, do you think that like Vince just got all the simple wrestling stipulations first or something? Because you never see this in WWE, but it's a hallmark of WCW, and even more so at TNA.
I just think
it's just fucking mad stipulations.
They're just trying to be too clever, aren't they?
Yeah.
It was
a lot going on in this match. What is it?
Complete clusterfuck.
Is it a tag match? Is it a battle royal?
I thought
is it a Royal Rumble? What the fuck is it?
Like a triple threat elimination tag match.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be
reading that, and I thought
series match.
Yeah, I thought that would make sense, but it wasn't that, was it? It was just a clusterfuck.
Oh, they should have had this could have been the War Games. The War Games are 3 teams, aren't they? Oh, this could have been just a battle royal, but like a small Royal Rumble where they come out one at a time.
Yeah,
but even like the entrance timings were all off as well. Like some came out so much quicker than others.
Peters, look at that. So Giant Hall and Benoit start, and then the Giants eliminate just before the 5 minutes after missing a splash. He goes over the top rope, and then again, I don't think commentary are watching. Because Tony Schiavone, genuinely all the way through, Jeff Jarrett, Savage, and Lex Luger coming out. He's like, the Giant, he's eliminated. What? Why is the Giant? He's right in front of you. You've just seen him go over the top rope. Schiavone.
What a stupid stipulation! Like, it's meant to be this like high stakes match, and you can go out by just being tossed over the top rope. Ridiculous.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
Unless that was the only way you can go out. Then that makes sense.
Yeah. They wanted to keep him strong.
Yeah. So Jeff Jarrett, Randy Savage, and Lex Luger come out. Again, Lex Luger takes pretty much all of the 2 minutes to get into the ring. So then Mongo, Nash, and Scott Steiner come out. Then Nash eliminates Jarrett. Hall eliminates Mongo. Piper comes out a minute earlier than he should. Because he does. Then Nash eliminates Steiner. Hogan then finally comes out with fucking Dennis Rodman.
He's wearing a fantastic hat.
Wearing a hat because they were speculating on what he was going to wear earlier, aren't they?
Yeah.
Expected to be some sort of women's clothing.
Yeah,
they must have been in the.
He just speculating what he's going to wear, and they're making a joke of it. But Rodman's there, mate.
Yeah, he must have been in the. Was he in the news, like wearing a wedding dress?
Yeah, he was in that magazine cover or something like that.
All right.
He went to Madonna's boyfriend or something.
Yeah, but he had a nice hat.
Yeah, he did. Hogan then doesn't enter and tries to leave before he does enter. Piper's chasing after him. Then they get in the ring, and then Piper's the next one out because Rodman touches the rope, doesn't even pull it down. So Piper's been eliminated halfway through his big main match. The outsiders eliminate Benoit. It's now all of the NWO against Luger. Piper's still hanging about, so he gets took out by the police. It's just a joke because I hate it. Absolutely hate it where it's an over-the-top rope stipulation and everyone just fights outside the rings to just keep going under the rope. So what is the point?
Otherwise, the match is really boring. You can't do anything, can you?
No, but when you keep doing it, Savage is in out that ring, 15 times.
Yeah.
So why you stay out the ring? I don't know. Luger then eliminates Savage with the rack. He eliminates Kevin Nash over the top rope, and then eliminates Hall with the rack.
This bit was good, this bit.
Luger's on fire. Everyone's loving Luger. He then gets Hogan in the rack until Savage sprays him with some spray paint that Dennis Rodman gives him. Hogan falls over to pin him. 19 minutes. We're going to do the match first before we do anything else. That was specifically aimed at you, Terry Peters, because you would love to skip ahead. So, the match. Hogan wins, so the NWO get title shots. Makes sense, he's your champion, get that. Just ridiculous stipulations. All these could have been done with pins or submissions. Or just, no. Just have a Survivor Series type match.
It was just a very messy match on it.
Or have a normal... Have a Battle Royal where someone comes in every time. You just don't get it.
Yeah, it needed to be War Games, really. It was like War Games, but it kind of pigeonholed himself into only doing War Games at Fall Brawl.
Yeah.
So he couldn't do it. Give me pay-per-views, man. It was an issue 25 years ago. It's an issue now.
Yeah. Well, why did they take Rick Steiner?
Yeah, why was no one, right? It's a WCW pay-per-view.
Why no one
No one's like, I'll step in for lads.
Surely this was made for DDP.
You would think.
He's been beaten down by Savage earlier on in the night. Enough time has gone past. He wasn't that badly beaten.
Yeah. He's got one hair.
He could come out as a surprise entrance, especially when, imagine it, Piper, Hogan.
Well, I suppose if you come out as a surprise entrance, you've got to win it. Otherwise, we'd be sat here like, why did you fucking British Bulldog them? Young British Bulldog Junior.
I don't know if you do need to win it.
Yeah.
He could have come out and he could have eliminated Savage. There you go. And then he's taken out by 3.
Yeah. He could have done the cactus clothesline.
Yeah.
Over the top rope, can he?
And him and Savage they both go outside. Yeah.
They both go out, yeah.
So you could still have the exact same finish.
Yeah.
If you did that. And, you've got your NWO and Piper coming out. And then it's like, because they kept going all the way through and rightly so. When they were down to 3, and Luger goes, and DDP's music hits, and he comes out. Oh my God! What did Big Dave give it?
He hasn't rated it.
Yeah.
Well, he don't rate good matches, does he? Big Dave. Didn't mention that in the news.
Absolute
fucking cop. Absolute.
He did. No, he missed it out. It was 4.5. Brian Alvarez confirmed it.
Of course, it was 4.5.
Yeah.
Which one does he want to didn't rate it? Jackass match.
Jackass match, I didn't rate.
That was great. I love that.
Yeah, I think he didn't rate the greatest match ever, did he? Because he thought it was too edited and too pre-planned. So I'm assuming that's why he didn't rate this one either.
Pre-planned? Does Dave know what wrestling matches are?
Yeah. But yeah, no, he's too edited in that one or something. The greatest match ever, so he didn't give it a rating. But he doesn't to the cinematic matches, so he didn't for the Jackass one. Don't know what his excuse was here. Other than maybe he just couldn't tell it was a match because I had issues with that.
This is what the fuck.
I was like, what the fuck's going on? Yeah.
This is the same Big Dave will give Vincent like a 3-2 stars.
That's outrageous.
I don't know if you mentioned this because I don't know it. That's Vince's first ever win at WrestleMania.
I didn't know. I feel like I mentioned it. I feel like I mentioned on the review.
Yeah.
I didn't mention it today. I mentioned on the review. Yeah.
Thank you, Brian Zane, for that. I watched his review. Wrestling regret, isn't it? Watching it, sorry. Right. So Dave hasn't rated this. So
plug for Brian Zane. Let's get him on.
Aaron, have you rated this?
Obviously.
I mean, I dread to think what you give this. I just don't know anymore.
Main events are always a curveball. The fact that Star It's
a great main event, though, isn't it?
It's got all the ingredients to be a great main event. It's got Mongo, it's got Hogan, it's got NWO.
Here we go.
4 stars.
Why?
I'm going to break it down for you.
God.
So, the match itself, good. Mongo McMichael, 4 stars.
Yes. Agreed. Absolutely agreed.
Oh.
Why? Mongo's a big deal. Mongo's a big deal. It's a disgrace how early he went out.
No, it's not. It's probably what saved the match. He could be saved.
Absolutely disgrace. Ted Peters, you're being particularly quiet. What You've loved this rest of the pay-per-view is your favourite pay-per-view of all time.
This was fucking shite, wasn't it? I still can't even work out what's actually gone on. To be honest, rubbish.
Hogan won. That's all that is.
I believe one thing I can't believe with this match is you've been building with Roddy and Hulk Hogan for months, and then he just goes out so easy as Piper. So all that builds for nothing. Yeah. And I'm pretty sure in about 2 months' time we see that steel cage match anyway.
It's a Halloween Havoc. It's a long way away, but yeah, it happens this year. On 97, yeah.
So it happens anyway. So
if you know you would have thought a logical one would be Rodman Piper, wouldn't you? But I don't think they do go to that, do they? Because I'm assuming he's still in the NBA. Although he did set up in the middle of the NBA finals that one year, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know what it was? It was because Piper didn't lock himself away in prison for a week. That would have been better. Surely this match, you need to be in a prison in Alcatraz more than you do the last one.
Absolutely ludicrous.
It made everyone look stupid. It made Big Show, well, the Giant look crap. He went out real early, it didn't matter. I mean, Scott Steiner went out absolutely did nothing. Luger looked good, didn't he? But he ended up going out. Luger should have won the World War III shortly before, didn't he?
Luger's overrated though. Shit in ring ability.
Yeah, but he was over.
He was over at this point.
He got the second biggest pop of the night. Until we'll move on to it now. So after the match, NWO and Rodman are all attacking Luger. This was going on for ages because of course it's an after match segment by WCW. They don't know when to stop until Sting comes down from the rafters and the crowd go mental. He comes down with a bat. He attacks all the NWO. Huge pop.
God. Just the way Sting dropped in, he just looked like his fucking lifeless body was in their hand. It's like he dropped down way too quickly.
Yeah.
He didn't look like he didn't look comfortable at all. He wasn't just like he was like just hunched down as he felt. He was like
flopped in. He trying to look like brooding though, with his face covered.
Oh, I don't know. He didn't look brooding. He looked like he was up there against his will.
Maybe he has been.
Yeah.
Huge pop. Rodman starts to hold Hogan back. Hogan's like put the bat down. Sting puts the bat down. Hogan's obviously got to go in. Sting then takes down Hogan. And then, he does that. He actually doesn't move on him. I thought he was just going to punch him. But this whole thing could have been done in 2 minutes. The segment was 8 minutes long.
I think it was worth it. They've been building to this for ages.
Yeah, I agree.
It needed more than 2 minutes. This was like the big, because we've only watching the pay-per-views, but on every Nitro, it was like, whose side is Sting on?
Yeah, he's up in the rafters.
He randomly attacked Jarrett at that time. And everyone forgets that there was a point where Randy Savage was with him in the rafters for a little bit. That he joined the NWO.
No, but I agree with it. It's a big moment, but I think it should have stopped after he attacked the initial NWO. I think Hogan should have won. I don't think you should have done Hogan against Sting.
Yeah,
no,
I think you need to just done that. I think it was that.
Because the crowd's already gone mental. He's already got the big moment, and then it just dragged on. Yeah, Hogan took forever to get in the ring, didn't it?
I know, but the crowd was still going mental.
No, but you could have done that another night.
Yeah.
Where the crowd would have gone mental. They've been built up again because Hogan's like, we didn't get your hands on me, all that kind of thing. I think we should have waited. And then
it did make Hogan look too brave, I felt, for going in there.
Yeah, you should have left because Hogan's a cowardly heel. And then when you get the match, Sting's finally got his hands on Hogan because up to this point, we don't know whose side he's on. So he's not
I just think that's the crowd are the best judge. The crowd bloody loved it. So therefore, I bloody loved it.
Yeah, I agree. The pop was huge
great moment
for the initial bit, and that would have still been saying it was a great moment at the start.
I know, but it was just even better, wasn't it? It really solidified the fact that because if you beat up a couple of henchmen, it might still be in cahoots with Hogan.
No, I think
it's set his sights on the entire NWO now.
The star they should have played here was Sting trying to get to Hogan.
Yeah.
And Hogan weaseling out. And then when he finally hits Hogan, they finally square off. That's it then. That's the big one.
Yeah. Built up to that anyway because he acts the coward heel, doesn't he, for the next couple of months.
Yeah. No, I thought it was all right, this.
I enjoyed it.
Good segment.
But the heel's got...
Give the crowd a lift.
Yeah, but the face has got an upper hand over the heel, and that should never happen until the payoff.
No, because it's the start of it, isn't it?
No,
now you've established that Sting can beat Hogan. Yeah. Now Hogan's avoiding the match. No, that's the next stage of it.
He could have achieved all that without them getting hands on with each other.
Yeah.
I think.
I think you needed it.
Tippy's got your thoughts on the matter.
Just classic WCW, and Sting pops out of nowhere, hits people with a bat, points the bat at him, end of the show.
That's all it needs to be.
Very descriptive there.
Well, it is, isn't it?
Sting's
seen it once, seen it twice, seen it a million times, haven't you?
Yeah. It's one of the greatest of all time, though, Sting, isn't he?
That pop was one of the biggest pops I've ever
heard.
it
was a big pop. It was biggest
from 9,000 people. That was a fucking huge pop.
Mm-hmm. Considering how quiet they've been all night as well. I'm not gonna lie. It's not the hottest WCW crowd.
No.
Because I was all the way through, I was thinking, fuck me, at this point, WCW were having the best year of any wrestling company ever. Like, you're not just talking like a good year. Like, literally, they were the most profitable wrestling or highest revenue wrestling company of all time at this point. And I was like, why? Some ways. But then you get to the main event and the reactions to it, yeah, this is why. Everyone was just fucking into the storyline.
Yeah.
This had been months in the making already, and you still got another 9 months to go. Until they completely fuck it up. But yeah. At that point, you still got another 9 months to go. Long-term booking. Yes. But I think you need to beat up Hogan for that reason. It'd been pissing about Sting that long that you weren't sure which side he was on. I think you needed to make it definitive.
No, I think you could have made it definitive whose side he was on without him getting hands on, because then the pop would have been even bigger when he finally got hands on.
It was big enough.
You've got to tease it first.
It was big enough even though they fucked up the finish on it. It was still a big pop when they did it. That was there.
Because they've always had that thing where Sting's beating up the henchman and he can't get his hands on Hogan, and then when they finally square off with each other.
Well, the storyline was that he wouldn't accept a match with anyone else other than Hogan.
That's what I mean. So he could keep trying to get Hogan. No, not henchman. There's just beating up the henchman every week. And then you can't get Hogan. And when Hogan finally has the match.
Oh, no, I see what you're saying. It would have been good. But I don't think there was anything wrong with the way they did it now, if you know what I mean. Like, I still think it was a good way.
I just thought, for me, it went on too long.
Doing it.
Which is what they do. Like that pipe of a segment that went on for about 20 minutes. I'm too sure.
Yeah. They could get a bit wanky at times, but
if that was WWE, they would have had Sting in the ring and Hogan on the ramp, and it would have ended.
Yeah, but it won. WCW was better at times. So.
I don't know if it was. I don't know how it was more. I just assume it was on a better channel. I've genuinely got no idea how WCW was better.
Because this storyline was just fucking class.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, right. Okay, then the final 20 minutes should be more popular. The rest of it should definitely not. Absolutely not enough.
No, I think at this point, 97, you're probably right long term. That's why WF was better, because it had a better undercard by the end. But at this point, did it have stuff like the fucking Bret Hart versus the Patriot and shit, didn't it?
Yeah, Bret Hart is fucking boring. And do you know what? Bret Hart is probably not listening. I've met him. He's all right. But I wanted to go to bed realising when he left, and he was part of he was during there doing the shittest time of the WWF. The shittest time of the WCW.
Yeah,
Bret Hart can't draw. That's why I don't wanted him.
Well, you can say that about Shawn Michaels as well, but it's I guess it's small circumstances, isn't it?
At least Shawn Michaels redeemed himself with the greatest run of his life. What's Bret Hart ever done?
Bret Hart would not have done that run.
He's just been bitter his whole life.
Yeah.
He must be signing for AW soon, right? Because they're all banging on about him, aren't they? Like, constantly. Especially the revival.
What's he going to do?
I wish he was a manager, but I know I didn't have a lot of personality.
But yeah, we've got enough managers in there.
Yeah.
Don't need any more.
Old guy.
Yeah. Oh, what AEW? Having an old WWF wrestler as a manager for a young.
Imagine if he was just in there taking bumps. Yeah, but saying that,
before, is it?
We all said that about Sting, didn't we? God, I defended AEW more than you think on the show. But we all said that about Sting, and fucking look at that. That's class. That what Sting's doing.
Yeah, but
that bastard's just diving off fucking entranceways and stuff. And like,
is there any
I don't think Bret Hart's gonna be doing the same.
Bret Hart's gonna be more Tully Blanchard.
He had a match.
Oh, great!
Just like
Sting's one of a kind, though, isn't he?
I do think that Yeah, but I think Bret Hart would be better in AEW than WWF because I don't think they know what to do with him.
I don't think he should be in any because he's got fuck all charisma.
I don't think WWF do much wrong. Yeah, but it's Bret Hart, though, isn't it?
I don't get it. I don't understand the hype.
It's boring.
Yeah, he's boring.
Right, but don't you remember, right? When we were at
He's a pink Dean Malenko.
For God's sake. No, wait, when we were at that WCPW show in which one we refused to lose, and he came out at the beginning, and everyone was like, "Fuck me, this is already the best show I've ever been to."
Yeah, he was a
because Bret Hart just fucking care. You know, you're in a student union, and fucking Bret Hart pops up, and everyone was like, "Fucking hell, this place is going places." I mean, obviously it didn't, but still, at the time, you popped.
Yeah, I did pop.
In particular, you.
But since then, I've watched Bret Hart. I don't fucking get it.
But if he wants to be involved in your company, you'll let him be involved in your company.
Yeah, he's too bitter, isn't he?
He's not got a very good wrestling man, does he? So what's he got? What's he bringing to the?
Just the name Bret Hart, I think. Especially if they're doing the Owen Hart Cup, then yeah, you want Bret presenting
in that respect, yeah. But
AEW want Bret Hart because it's another answer to WWE.
They've already had him, haven't they?
Yeah, that's why they want him back.
Then he went back to WWE, didn't he? Shocking.
Made amends, but he's probably still bitter now. So
yeah, didn't he go? He went there just to put over Rollins, didn't he? Basically, to just apologise for having to go, from what I remember.
I think Holman's safe, right?
Yeah.
Right, that's not fucking Bret Hart. Boring talking about him. Like, what's the matches? Right, the pay-per-view as a whole, then. Terry Peters. 9.5? 7.5.
Strong match. Strong early, poor finish.
Really?
I think Peters has been smoking a bit too much of the funny stuff.
If anything, it was terrible up until the last 5 minutes. Half a star. 3 for me. We'll not watch it again. It's boring. I'm sick of 5's too high for this guy. I mean, it was all the way through, but 5 seems too high.
No, I think 5. I was going to go for 5 because I wasn't. No, if I fuck it, no, 6.5 because I wasn't offended by it. So we've seen some really bad.
I wasn't offended by it, but I was actively bored watching it.
No, see, for the first time in a long while, I wasn't. I sat down and watched the whole thing in one go. Like, yeah, sure, I missed one of the matches because I was doing something else, got distracted. But I think I might have been. Okay, what was doing? I'm sure I was taking watching now. But anyway, that's beside the point. Right? The point is, I made myself a quesadilla. Anyway, yeah, I made myself a quesadilla. But other than that, I sat down and watched all in one session. There's been some shows that we've done recently where I literally had to take 3 or 4 sessions to watch a 3-hour show. I didn't on this one. So for that, I didn't want just because I started it this afternoon. So I'm going with 6.5, 6.5.
What's
Classic.
the official Franklin star rating?
Right, reasoning.
Right, yeah, give your reasoning and your rating.
There's two redeeming factors on this show. First one, Sting. The biggest draw in WCW. Don't care what anyone says. He's the biggest draw in WCW, the biggest star WCW have ever kind of homegrown.
Yeah, until Goldberg killed him.
Yeah. Even now, who's the biggest star now?
Goldberg.
Sting or Goldberg? Sting.
Yeah, when Sting is getting that Saudi money.
The second one, main event Mongo.
Yeah. There's a lot of Mongo. Mongo was in 3 different
segments.
segments.
No, because he's on the verge of getting like 11 stars now. So you know what's happening. Right? He's trying to justify it. Let's see.
Overall score, 4 stars.
Out of 10?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I thought he was going higher.
2 stars for Mongo, 2 stars for Sting, I imagine.
Yeah, pretty much. Everything else was kind of more or less taken. It's a fucking madness.
Lou, this system works.
Yes, it does in a way.
Lou, there's a mathematical system. I'd like you to enjoy that. The Franklin Star ratings.
I can't work out where it was, but that'd be
because you don't carry over the Franklin factor.
it'd be a dissertation project, I think, for anyone.
Do you think
anybody math students out there wants to do like an analysis of the Franklin Star ratings and see if they can work out the formula? I'm all for it.
I don't know if anybody would crack it.
No. It's like the bloody Enigma card.
And that was cracked.
Yeah.
So just with the computer power at the minute, cracked in the future, like 200 years. I finally cracked the Frankenstein rates. Great. So Terry Peters' favourite pay-per-view. Me and Aaron are correct. Thought it was boring, and Lou thought it was in the middle.
Yeah, it's average.
It's not often Terry Peters.
Which I think it's better.
Says one's the highest.
It was. I think it might have been the best WCW show we've watched this year. I think.
You watched 2.
It's definitely better than Sold Out.
Yeah, it was
probably better. It's probably better than Super Bowl.
Hang on. Sold Out at bikes.
Yeah, true.
Sold Out had
Sold Out was
on.
Sold Out was really, really fucking tedious.
How do you think it was better than Super Bowl when that had Piper coming out of Alcatraz?
Well, yeah, for that. Right, if you take the remaining 2 hours 55 minutes of Super Bowl,
that was worth it. That segment was worth it.
Yeah.
Question for Peters: is that the best WCW show that you've seen so far?
Yeah, definitely.
Really?
He was dead serious about that as well.
Really? He was, wasn't he?
He was dead earnest. He was just like, yeah.
How can you put that above Halloween Havoc 95?
Which one's Halloween Havoc 95?
Monster
Was
Trucks.
that the Yeti?
Yeah.
Monster Trucks.
I thought that.
me and Lou may have ranked it in the highest. I think we officially ranked it as the best show we've ever seen.
Yeah, you're wrong.
The fact I got to talk on that when I was on the Cultaholic podcast as well, was just exquisite on it. That was just what great timing.
Meant to be.
Yeah.
There we go then. That's been the ratings. It's been the episode of Wrestling Around. So Peters, where can we find you?
Bell Nation everywhere.
Streaming again. Catch his streams.
Damn right.
Follow him on Twitch. Catch his streams again.
When are you streaming next, Terry?
Friday.
Friday.
Yeah, Friday.
I think. Oh no.
It's Good Friday.
No, not Friday.
It's
No,
Bad
we're
Friday now.
we're-
So
we're-
Peters in streaming.
We're at football.
You can do it in
And
the morning.
Simple Minds on the night.
Is it Simple Minds on the
Can't
night?
do it in the morning. Do you not do Friday morning streams?
Saturday morning potentially.
Saturday morning.
Saturday morning, see hungover Terry Peters do a shoey.
Yeah.
Simple Band's a great laugh, by the way.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So you're not in the band.
You were not bad, Simple Minds. I just don't even know what to do.
Have you ever
This
seen
has
me?
been
and
like
Sim-
the ultimate Terry Peters today.
Terry Simple Minds.
Have you ever seen me me and Simple Minds in the same room?
No, we haven't.
Well, there you
No,
go.
you will on Friday night.
Potentially. 'Cause I'm on stage with them.
Oh, God. If you see Terry Peters, where is it? Where's the gig?
Bonus Arena in Hull.
If you're at the Bonus Arena in Hull on Friday night and you see Terry Peters and Simple Minds the same, please take a photo and send it to @WrestleAround on Twitter. It needs to be seen. Aaron, where can we find you?
You can find me on the Rest Around Twitch stream
Yes,
on Tuesday nights. Wrestled out.
Yeah, be there or be square. Lou, where
Some
can
more
we find you?
shenanigans, no doubt.
Debuts and to come.
There's 2 debuts this week.
They've already been, haven't they? You've seen
Well,
debuts,
yeah,
but there'll be more debuts the week after.
Yeah, probably. We love debuts, don't we?
Like
Yeah, we do.
AEW.
Maybe they might stick around for a week and then that'll be it. But we like debuts all the same.
Yeah, there we go. Lou, where can we find you?
And you can find me, obviously, twitch.tv/restaurant on Wednesday. We're just at Lou Mackham, everywhere else. Not trolling Dave Meltzer anymore because Peter's doing that now. So.
Peters,
Yeah, I don't know our job.
Dave, he's been on one today. I need to troll out all Terry Peters. You can find me on Twitter at @TheOSM, but you can find us all on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Wrestling Around, Google Wrestling Around, with Green and Black. But follow us on Twitch. Follow us on Twitch and give us your bits. You might get a shout out.
Well, follow us first so we can get. We're so close.
Yeah, just give us a follow.
So we're meeting all the other requirements. We just need.
Give us a follow.
Follow us.
And then if you don't want to watch anymore, turn off your notifications. No harm done.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you know what I mean?
And if you are a big Twitch streamer, rate us.
Yeah, rate us.
Please.
Yeah, Mastodon. Even though you fucking lost your glory in your Mastodon now. Now people like playing the game. We talk about when they're fucking big fish in a little pond. Sick of him. I've watched one of his streams and boring us out. Sets me that he gets more than us. Right then. Terry Peters, thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Aaron, thanks for joining us.
Thank you very much.
Lou, thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Bob Roode, quiet as always, but thanks for joining us.
Boris.
Thank you everybody for listening. Join us next week for another episode of Wrestling Around.